What's going on, brothers? What is going on? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, back again for yet another classic live stream. First and foremost, please press a one in the live stream chat. Is my audio good? Please confirm by pressing one if my audio is good. Mayday, Mayday, am I good? Please press a one. Okay, how you brothers doing? Andrew, can you hear me loud and clear? Am I good, Andrew?
You're just fine. Mike is
Okay.
just great.
Awesome. So we got Aussie, Black Dragon 10K, Mike Lawrence, Tensuke, Green Samurai. Awesome. We're good. We're good. So, brothers, welcome to another classic live stream. I am your gracious host, Mr. International Passport, here again for yet another classic. I want to say a huge thank you to all those that have supported me over the past couple of years. Your support is greatly appreciated, and welcome aboard the new people. I accept and I embrace you with open arms. First and foremost, brothers, when you come in, please like the video. Likes are extremely important. Make sure you please support the channel tonight by hitting the super chats, hitting the PayPal, joining the Patreon, copying the merch. Just support me in general. That'd be greatly appreciated, man. So I'm also now on TikTok. So go and follow me on TikTok, brothers. Here's a link to my TikTok, and go and support me on TikTok, brothers. Let's get it cracking. So today we shall be speaking about South Korean women. I got a very special guest with me called Andrew Ski. Andrew Ski, how you doing, bro?
Doing real good. Doing real good. It's finally good to be on your channel, man, with my own stream.
Awesome, bro. Welcome, Andrew Ski. So, Andrew Ski, do you mind giving us a brief background about who you are, where you're from, and anything special about you, brother?
Well, hello everybody. My name is Andrew. I'm from, as everybody knows, Baltimore. I was also the guy that sang on IP's channel a couple months ago. Um, I I'm a supervisor. I'm a supervisor down the street. I work down the street, and I got into IT via IP. That rhymes real good. Got into IT via IP, and I'm learning Python. I'm learning some AWS. I love trains, and I speak a lot of Korean. I speak a little bit of Chinese.
Awesome, brother. Fantastic. So let's get it cracking, brother. You were in South Korea earlier this year. You've recently come back and you had a great time there, brother. Can I ask you why, brother, what your interest in South Korea is and where you went to in South Korea? Break it down for us.
Well, I really went to South Korea because I really wanted to experience a different type of life from America. Because America is just, everybody knows how America is. It's a very just the Matrix. Everybody knows it as the Matrix. And I just wanted to actually just experience a different walk of life. And also, I love trains. I wanted to go over there and see their transit system and really ride around and actually see what it was all about. And I love the language and the culture. That was really me. That was really the main reason why I went over, was really language, culture. I wanted to experience the culture because I spoke Korean for a while, and I wanted to actually go to the country and actually speak with locals. So that's one of my reasons why there.
Awesome, bro. Awesome, brother. Great reasons, right there, brother. So, brother, I think it's safe to say that your trip to Korea was very successful. Um, so before I even break down as to you finding the love of your life in South Korea, brother, I'm hearing background noise there, bro. Everything good?
There's somebody's playing music outside, man. Sorry about that.
Okay, that's right, brother. Just make sure it's not too loud so we don't get like a copyright a hit. So, you back there, Andrew Ski? You with me?
Yeah, I'm back here. I'm back.
Okay, awesome, bro. So I'm gonna ask you a very important question, brother. It's a question that, you know, can save mankind. It's a question that can stop world wars. It's a
Mhm.
question that can stop an alien invasion from happening from the planet Mars against the planet Earth. Okay, brother? The question I'm
Yeah.
going to ask right now, brother, is are the women in South Korea checking heavy for brothers and passport bros?
I'm gonna say yes, bro. They definitely are. From my experience, I would say yes. Absolutely.
Break it down for us. What do you mean, yes? So, and why is that? Was it how they treated you from what you saw out there? We want the whole 9 yard, brother. Break it down for me, bro.
Yo, from the treatment to just it's a completely different place from the West, man. You know, back here it's like, back here in the West it's like, oh, you know, girls doesn't, if a girl looks away from you, that means that she's better than you because of the feminism and everything. But if a girl in Korea looks away from you and you look at her, she looks away, it's because of the culture and she doesn't know you. But that does not mean that she does not find you attractive. What happens is, and it's not in their culture to really be out and express it to people like that, you know? It's more of like, you know, it's a more reserved culture. So if a girl is interested in you and if she's interested in you, she's going to look at you and look right away from you.
Okay, wow, interesting, brother. Interesting. So great breakdown there so far, bro. Um, okay, so they're checking. That's great. Uh, they are checking to the point where, brother, you found love in South Korea. You know,
Oh yeah,
so
well, yeah.
before I even ask you as to how you did it, I want to say congratulations for getting into IT, um, learning Python, and allowing me to teach you Python, and
I
also
appreciate that.
um, being in Fields classes as well, brother. And
Mm-hmm.
now you're making your way to being the ultimate passport, bro. You work in IT, you're very smart, and now you found your foreign girlfriend. Do you want to break down how you found your South Korean girlfriend, your true love in South Korea for us, brother?
Well, it's actually funny because I never thought I'd actually find somebody this way actually. So, you know how like a lot of people have love stories on apps and stuff like that. So, I met mine on Hello Talk and we had been talking for an entire year. And at first, I wasn't going to go to South Korea in May, close to in beginning of June. My father wanted me to go in October, and I was like, nah, I want to go when it's warm. So, because I also wanted to see her because she was leaving for Australia at the end of June. So, you know, I just said to her, you know, I'm gonna go to South Korea and we're gonna meet. So I go over, you know, the first day I meet her, very pretty, very gorgeous, attractive woman, man. She was she was amazing, bro. Looked really good. So the thing that really drew my attraction to her was the treatment, bro. And bro, it was out of this world, my guy. Like I tell you, it was out of this world. So the first time I meet her, right, we meet in Starbucks, and this girl has coffee, donuts, and a pop socket she gave me. These were all gifts. Our first meeting, she gave me nothing but gifts, and she was really nice to me, bro. Like she was so sweet to me, bro. Like I can never forget the moment I saw her and I looked outside and she was just her cute self waving to me, bro. I can never forget that. And I'm gonna say this: if a Korean girl likes you, and I was really hoping that you would put this as the title of your video. When a Korean girl likes you, she will treat you. What I mean by that is, in the way of treating, you have to tell her that you're going to pay for something, because if you don't tell her, she'll automatically do it. She's gonna automatically pay for. She's gonna pay if she really likes you. She's gonna pay for dates. She's gonna pay for Lyft rides, bro. She's gonna pay for you to get on a bike to go around. She's gonna help you. She's gonna help you get around. She's gonna look out for you and all of that. So it was the treatment, man, that really drew me to her.
Wow, brother, you know when I hear this, right? I'm debating as to whether I'm making the wrong choice chasing after Japanese chicks, and maybe I should go after South Korean chicks instead. Because I'm hearing what Pooh says, I'm hearing what Romel says, and I'm hearing what you say. It sounds like these South Korean chicks they're out of this world, brother. So you're telling me that they treat you very well there. Um, so so you having this South Korean girlfriend, right? Does she give
Mhm.
you comfort? Does she give you femininity in terms of she's feminine towards you? She's submissive towards you. She allows you to coach her. She's coachable. She's inspirational. Does she have those qualities, brother? Break it down for us, please, bro. Damn.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this real quick. This is and this before I answer the question. I'm gonna say this. These women don't have what I call the switch. I'm pretty sure IP doesn't know what the switch is. The switch is basically, if you know women in the West, they have this thing where they're masculine in 1 minute and then feminine the other minute. You don't know, you don't, it's like pick a side. You know, if you're going to be this way, be this way. If you're going to be that way, you're going to be that way. What I could say about Korean women is that they are 100% feminine. In the year I've known this girl, man, she's not yelled at me once. If she's gotten angry, she's never yelled at me once. Not once, my guy.
Wow.
There is no testosterone in them at all. They're always in their natural femininity, bro. And I love that about them.
This is incredible, brother. Is she submissive towards you? Um, does she allow you to lead, brother? And is she coachable?
Oh,
Those are three very important things. Break it down for me, bro.
the number one thing she does, what I like, bro, is a coachable. Yeah, absolutely. She listens to you, and she does let you lead the relationship. Also, if what I mean by listening is if you tell her not to do something, she won't do it. If I tell her, hey, baby, don't go to this side of the, don't talk to these certain groups of people, don't talk to this, don't, there's guys over here, don't talk to them. She'll say, okay, no problem. She won't say, oh, you're trying to manipulate me. She won't say, oh, you're trying to, you're insecure and all of this. She's not going to do that. She's going to come from a place of understanding with your leadership, always.
Incredible, bro. This is what I want to hear. So, where's she from, brother? Is she from Seoul? Is she from Busan? Break it down for us.
Now, this is where it gets tricky. She is from Seoul, but I think the number one reason why I was able to find a good Korean girl was because I spoke that language real good. I think that's the only way to get the best quality women over there is to really dive deep and speak the language. Because there was times, I'm going to be honest, there was times I met her friends, right? Her friends, it was their first time meeting a black person, bro. And before they had this conception of black people in their head, and then when one of them saw me coming down the steps off the subway station, my girlfriend literally told me later on, like, oh, he's really good looking. Wow, he's a really good looking guy. And actually, another thing too, I remember I mentioned this in a couple streams ago, where they appreciate the person who is very smart and intelligent, man. One of my favorite trains was passing by up above my head, and in excitement, I pointed to it. I was almost like I was like a kid in a candy store. I pointed to it. Girl, the girl, the girl said, she was like, oh, that's cute. Oh, he's cute. He's very cute. The gesture I made to the train was really cute because, if you think about it, a lot of the girls back in the West don't do that. They'll look at you weird. They'll look at you weirdly for that. Like, yo, why? What is so special about that? Over there, they appreciate that. They appreciate you for you, and they want to get to know you more because of who you are, because you are different. They don't really get that experience to meet somebody like you every day. So if you speak that, if you're a black man, you're educated, you speak that language, man, and you got somebody, and you got your friend over here that is a girl, and she has friends. Once she tells her friends about you, they want to meet you.
Wow. Amazing, brother. Amazing. So, brother, you found your true love here, right? And I've heard these things about Korean women in particular, that they're very jealous towards the men they date. They only want you. They don't like you speaking to other chicks, right? Do you get that sort of intense jealousy from South Korean women? Are they really jealous women at heart? Break it down for us, bro.
In a way, I would say yes, actually, because she's very subtle about it. But there is times where she's just like, don't say this, don't talk about that, or like, oh, the girl over here don't. It's very subtle. It's not like she'll yell at you and be like, oh, why are you doing this? Being insecure. No, it's not like that. It's more of like a subtle type of jealousy. It's like, okay, we're in a relationship. You're my man. And nobody else is talking to nobody else.
Okay. So this is fantastic, brother, right? And now I want to go on the topic of boundaries, right? Because in the past 2 weeks, we've seen Jonah Hill being attacked for having boundaries. We defend Jonah Hill on this channel. Men must have boundaries. So did you and your girlfriend have a discussion about boundaries? What are your boundaries and what are her boundaries, brother? And how does that work in South Korean culture? Break it down for us, please.
Yeah, if you set boundaries with her, she'll listen to you. If you say, hey, I don't want you talking to these guys, I don't want no guy friends, if a guy tries to approach you, whatever like that, unless he's trying to help you out with something, you're asking him for help, no type of conversation like that. I don't know. So they do listen though. I would say that they do listen. And one of the boundaries is not having guy friends. And, if you tell her like, don't, hey, this is the time of night. I don't want you because my girl's in Australia right now. She sent me a text one time of her outside and it was really dark, right? So I told her, hey, make sure that you get home before the sun goes down. And the next day she gets home and reminds me of what I told her. So in terms of boundaries, I'm not going to go talk to no other girl if I'm in a relationship with this girl. I don't do that, and she knows that. And I also have faith in her. You can have faith in these women that they won't do that. Definitely.
This is amazing. And what was her boundaries for you, brother?
Well, her boundaries is like, just she didn't really tell me. I kind of just told her like, hey, the things I expect from you, you're gonna expect those things from me. I won't be talking around with people like that.
Amazing, 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 brother. Amazing so far. So I want to ask this, brother, right? So um tell me the positives of having a South Korean girlfriend. List for me 5 things, 5 positives of having a South Korean girlfriend as a passport, bro.
Well, one of the best things I love about them is that they listen. They're very feminine. The second thing is that they're very feminine. Third thing is that they're very smart. They're gonna have they're gonna have a skill. Fourth thing is they're interested in you. Like it goes back to the reason number one. They're interested in you. They're interested in what you like, and they're willing to actually do things to actually like, I don't know how to describe it. It's do things to actually like please you as the boyfriend. Say, okay, he likes this. Next time I come up, I'll bring him this. Those were four. Those are only four I could think of. The fifth one is that they take care of you. They take good care of you.
Wow, amazing. And what about any negatives of having a South Korean girlfriend that you've noticed so far? Be honest with us, brother. We're all men here, brother.
Gotta scratch my chin for that one. Gotta scratch my chin for that one. I couldn't really think of any at the moment, based on who I was. But and one of the things is it's the other. I remember another Korean girl I was talking to last year. It was one of the things was jealousy. That was that one thing. They do get very emotional about it, but it's not, like I said, it's not a very big thing. It's very subtle.
Okay, but this is a great breakdown for me, brother, because for many years I had a huge misconception about South Korean chicks. I thought they weren't checking for us. I've always known about Japanese women, but I was a bit on the fence about South Korean chicks. Are they similar to Chinese girls, where Chinese women don't check for us like that? But Romel has confirmed that they do check for us in China. So you're telling me, brother, like in South Korea, the culture is shifting towards the woman going for brothers. And when you were out there, brother, did you see like a huge hip hop culture, huge rap culture? Are these women obsessed with black culture? Break it down for us, bro.
Now, when you go to Itaewon, there was a couple times I was on line 4, there was this one girl right beside me, and she had there are some girls that actually do dress with like Nikes and the baggy clothes and everything. The girl right beside me was giving me Keisha vibes. There are some girls over there that do dress up like people in the hood a little bit. They have that hip hop style to them. So the hip hop is there. I remember I went to Itaewon. They had a lot of bars that were bumping hip hop and everything. And remember, went to this one bar. There was a couple of guys in there that it was their running restaurant. They actually spoke English, so they were pretty fluent in English. So you're gonna run into that. I believe you're gonna run into a lot of that hip hop stuff in Itaewon, definitely in Itaewon, and some parts of Seoul, definitely. But like on the outskirts of Seoul, I went to Gangneung on the outskirts. I tell you, I saw women that were dressing like Japanese women out there, man. They had the long dresses. And even in Seoul too. But when I went out there, man, they had the long white dresses, I can't get over the shoes that Korean women wear, man. It's so freaking beautiful, man. The shoes that they wear, the way that they walk, the way that they carry themselves, bro. It screams femininity, bro. 100%. But honestly, I would say a lot of the hip hop stuff you would find like in the urban area in the city in Itaewon, definitely in Itaewon.
Brother, how do I spell that place where we can find Korean chicks that literally are Japanese chicks, but they're Korean? How do I spell that, please?
How do you find it?
How do I spell it? Spell it for us.
What do you mean? Like spell it as in like?
Spell the place we can find them in South Korea, please,
Oh,
brother.
Gangneung. Let me. I try and spell it in English because I said it in Korean. Gangneung. I think it's Gang.
Oh, Gangnam. Gangnam is
Gang.
spelled
Not.
nice, right? Okay.
Oh no, not there. Gangneung. It's very. It's hard to actually spell in English because I speak
Hold
it in
on,
Korean.
pause.
So
Hold on, brother. Romel, can you, Romel in the chat? Do you know what that is, Romel? Can you type in the Latin chat for the brothers, Romel?
yeah, Gangneung.
And
Gangneung.
so is that KAN? Type it in the private chat or type it in the live stream chat for us, Andrew Skill. Okay. So
Yes.
what is it? GGA.
1 second. Let me
Oh, I need me a Korean chick in a Japanese body. Oh my goodness, this is too much for me right now, brothers. What is going on?
I'll send it to you.
So while Andrewski sends it to me, right, brothers, there's too much options right now as a passport, bro. Even I'm going a bit, okay, IP. Do you want a Latina? Do you want a Japanese chick? Do you want Vietnamese? Do you want South Korean? Now now IP wants a South Korean chick that acts like a Japanese girl. It's just crazy, bro.
Not only that, man. Also, as I was, I think this is what's gonna win you over. As I was in the movie theater with her, right? First things first, she pays for the movie. She pays for the movie. She pays for the popcorn. As I'm sitting in the movie, we're watching Fast and Furious. This girl's watching the movie, but she's also watching me, as in the sense of she's paying attention to me, making sure that I'm fully hydrated, bro. I'm literally on the side here, and I drank all my drink, right? And she hears the ends of the drink, which is the when you drink all your stuff. This girl literally, as she's watching the movie, she hears the sound. Every time she hears the sound, she's offering her drink to me. Every single time, she's just putting it up to my lip and say, "You want some?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Every single time, and I'm eating, and she's spoon feeding me the food, bro. She's like a baby, bro. These girls will take care of you, man. Definitely, they will take care of you. IP.
So you
I
tell
want to
me,
win you over.
so you're telling me, right, in the cinema, she was feeding you like a baby. So that's, hold on, brother. To me, right, that's almost the equivalent of, a chick, right, bathing and moisturizing you. So
Yeah.
from that question, from that statement from there, brother, will South Korean women and will your girlfriend, right, will she bathe and moisturize you? When you tell her, hey, baby girl, I'm a bit tired. I'm going to go in the bath right now. Baby girl, I want you to bathe me from head to toe. And when you finish bathing me, baby girl, can you moisturize me from head to toe? Will she do that for you, brother? Will South Korean women do that for a passport, bro?
Hey, bro. I would say yes, though. We haven't really had that conversation, but from the looks of how she treated me, I would say yes, bro. Another thing too, bro, I want to mention too. I remember waking up one morning. I was in the hotel, and 1 second. We were in the hotel, not in the hotel room. We were in the hotel room. I called her. I woke up. I called her like, "Hey, can you bring me some food real quick, And an hour later she comes and there's the kimbap, which you call sushi in Japanese. She's holding the sushi in her hand, bringing it right to me outside.
Wow.
After I had asked her, and remember one day that we went on a tour bus on her birthday. I paid for the tour bus too. What goes back to what I said about if you don't tell them, they're gonna pay for it automatically. She was about to pay for the tour bus on her birthday. I had to say no. I got this. Get on the tour bus, and the dress and the dress she was wearing. I actually asked her the day if she could wear a dress. The dress she was wearing was really wifey like. It was black. So you say it was a black button down shirt, and she was wearing like a very long green skirt that went down to her ankles. I said to myself, am I married to this girl already? Like she's giving me the wifey vibes, man. Also, one day I remember this. She cooked for me one day, IP, without me asking.
What?
She cooked her, and here's the crazy thing, man. It was rice. It was kimchi rice. The kimchi rice her mom made. She got that from the fridge, and I don't even think she got it from the fridge. I think she made it fresh. She got this from the fridge. It was egg. I'll send you a picture of it later. It was rice, it was cheese, and it was egg on top of it, and it had some it had some hot dog on the side, bro. Right? And she brings this in a container, and it's beautifully presented to me. And she's like, "This is the first time I've ever cooked for somebody, bro." Like, I thought to myself, I thought about you as I was eating it, bro. I thought to myself, Jai, IP talks about Japanese women. I might be able to win him over.
You definitely are right now, bro. How old is she, your girlfriend?
She's I think she's 24, 25. The age changed in Korea. She turned 25, but I think she's like probably 24. But the age over there had changed. They made the laws a little bit different over there in Korea for the age. So I think the last time I remember, she said she was 24.
Hold on, brother. Brothers, can we please get the likes up, man? Yet again, another classic. Me and Theo did the passport brochure on Monday. You brothers loved it. Now we have another classic on this early morning on Thursday night when it's 2 a.m. in the UK. I got work in the morning in 4 hours, and I'm streaming for you brothers, man. At least like the video, get the super chats up, get the PayPal up, man. We're in for another classic, man. Who else is saving you brothers' lives, man? You got the IT game, you got the Patreon game, you got the YouTube channel game. I mean, you're literally being set up for success. You gotta support, please. Shout out to Black Dragon 10K for the $5 super chat. South Korea is definitely on the list. Hashtag for the movement. Thank you for the support, bro. Much appreciated. Shout out to Romel Diaz in the building for the £5 super chat. UK brother, I see you, Romel. Thank you, bro. Congratulations, Andrew. South Korean woman will have you feeling love before your wildest dreams, but you must be a masculine man to stay winning, bro. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Romel, the South Korean.
Definitely.
Do you want to expand on that, brother? What does he mean by be a masculine man? Break it down for us, bro.
You have to lead the relationship because they're feminine, but you have to lead the relationship. Definitely, they expect you to do that. They definitely expect you to do that.
How does one lead a relationship with a South Korean woman? How do you do things? Do you set up all the dates? Do you pay for all the dates? I think that's very important for us to know, brother. Break it down for us. How do you lead a relationship?
Well, for me, and leading the relationship is just, it's one of the things is having boundaries for me. For me, you have to lay down rules, one, and two, you have to make make sure she follows those rules. So it's all about, because the number one thing when it comes to being in a relationship of being with a feminine woman is that she respects you, because respect to us is love. IP, that respect to a man, respect from a woman is actually love. Because a lot of people say, oh, it's, love is just a feeling. All these Western women say, oh, it's just a feeling. You don't love me. Nah, it's actually respect. And when you're a masculine man, they will respect you, man. And my girlfriend respects me a whole lot. So
wow. Has she told you that she loves you?
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
have you
told her? This is amazing, man. And this is what being a passport bro is about, But we have these rappers, J. Cole, bass, hopping in our movement, rapping about nonsense, But we out here in the morning in the UK, IP international passport, who was working 4 hours, giving the gospel to brothers, giving the word to brothers. These rappers ain't saving you. These singers ain't saving you. IP is though. IP is getting you into IT. IP is finding wives for you. IP is putting together the best brothers in the entire world as a community to network each other and help each other out. IP is doing that. Is J. Cole doing that? Is Bass doing that? There you go, brothers.
He ain't doing that at all. I listened to that song and I was just like, I listened to it and I was like, why did he even call the song Passport Bros?
That's what I'm saying, bro. These rappers, these Pookies, these Ray Rays, these dudes that have no education, who have no respect, they ain't for us. They are our enemies. They're our enemies. They ruined our image worldwide, and now we're taking it back. And you're gonna see brothers in suits. You're gonna see Phil's Manosphere conference. You're gonna see brothers in suits, the real brothers. the true
Mm-hmm.
brothers. We bringing this war worldwide, man. We ain't playing no games. So shame on you, Keisha. Shame on you, rappers, and shame on you, Becky's. Let's
They
carry
got
on,
attitude.
brothers, man.
Ain't
Shout out
nobody can
to
deal with them.
There you go, man. Shout out to Mr. Romel Diaz for the £5 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. I love Japanese women too, but Koreans beat them in the body gym department. They all be doing Pilates, yoga, and in the gym. Gym culture is big there. Can you confirm that, brother?
Yes,
Hold on, hold,
Romel. Yes,
hold on,
Romel.
hold on, bro. So I love a cute, slim, thick, tight thighs. You know, nice booty, nice hips. Can I find that body type, right? That gym body type on a Korean woman?
You can find that all over. And yeah, definitely. There's no BBWs over there, man. Ain't nothing like that. There's a lot of good shit. There's a lot. They're all about their fitness, man. They take good care of themselves. Definitely. You can definitely find some. You can definitely find what you're looking for over there in terms of body shape. Definitely.
What? Bro, so you telling me that South Korean women are in the gym, they getting that booty, they got, nice legs, they got that slim thick thighs, they got that nice
Ooh, the
hips.
legs.
What?
Yes,
And
man.
hold on, brother.
The legs.
Hold on, bro. And are these gym chicks in South Korea, are they checking for brothers?
Now I wasn't in the gym over there, but I'm just gonna say yes though, because like after what I can't really say on that because I wasn't in that section there,
Mhm.
but yeah, I would just say yes actually because you never know. You go up in there and you might have some one of them looking at you. You never know, IP. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say yes, bro.
Hold on, brother. Shout out to Mr. Justin Wilson for the $19.99 super chat. Appreciate you, Justin, for the support. Thank you, bro. That means a lot to me. Another classic. Good evening, brothers. Good evening to you too, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Another IT bro who has taken my mentorship and my advice and now he's in IT. He's born in. Appreciate you, Justin. Much success to you. Want to see you continue rising in IT and thriving. Appreciate you, brother. We're gonna get brothers into IT and brothers are gonna dominate IT worldwide, man. That's my plan for the brothers, man. So Justin, Romel, Andrewski, IT bros, man. Let's keep thriving, man. Salute to you, brothers. Shout out to Mr. Sid Osley for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Andrew escaped from Baltimore, bro. Yes, brother. ASAP.
If I can grow some wings right now and fly to South Korea or fly to Australia with my girls, I would definitely do that, man. I would just dart right out the roof. I would dart out of here as quickly as possible, man.
Damn. So now I want to focus more about South Korea, right? And the city itself and the places, right? So where in South Korea, if you can name the spots or cities that passport bros should go to, brothers should go to find, decent woman like your girlfriend in South Korea? Is that Seoul? Is that Busan? Break it down for us, bro.
All right, so I was in Seoul mainly, so you can find what you're looking for in Seoul, but be careful of. There's a couple things to be careful of. One of the things is this comes down to Korean people. Korean people are. Let's say this: Korean people are very reserved people. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, they're not people to really go out and talk into people that they don't know. So if a Korean person is talking to you, it's either one of three things: one, they're drunk; two, they're trying to sell you something, scam you, get you into a cult; three, it's either an old person trying to talk to you. Now, the one thing it goes back to when I was drunk, actually, I was actually on the street. I was on the street in Korea, and there was this girl right beside me. They're singing. They're kind of singing in English, right? And I say, "Oh, how you go?" I start talking to them, and I walk across the street. We continue speaking and stuff like that. And then they hear my Korean. They're like, "Whoa!" They get started. Like, "Wait, you sound just like us. Wow." Get the girls cacao talk and everything. I was like, "Hey." I was like, "Hey, you got cacao?" I was like, "No." She was like, "Hey, no problem. I got it." So yeah, that didn't really go anywhere. But for the most part, like I said about like the reserve culture, bro, is that they're not. It's when they got the alcohol in their system, they're more like they're more open to talk to you. They're more open to
Okay,
talk to you, and also.
so but in terms of where to go to, you're saying
Okay.
You're saying Seoul is the place, right? We can find good women in Seoul.
There's some good women in Seoul, but Also,
Where, sorry, brother, where in Seoul, what spots in Seoul, apart from that Japanese place you mentioned, should we be going to find long-term relationship girlfriends and wives there and respectable women? Can you break down that Seoul dynamic for us? What spots in Seoul?
I mean,
Or even what events is that the bar? Is that the park? Is that the museum? You want to know the whole nine yard, brother. It's very important.
the universities, bro. The university. I'm gonna go off. Romel gave me this one. You go to A Hall University, you'll find some really good looking women there to talk to, and they're very friendly to talk to. Very friendly. Also, you can on the street as well. You can go and approach them as well on the street. You also can take the subway out to different areas. The transportation there is really nice. You can take the subway out to other areas outside of Seoul. You can go to Incheon. You can go to I forgot what this other place was. It's Ansan, I think. I forgot what the name is, but kind of like outside of the city. If you're looking for more long-term stuff, you can look outside of the city. You'll definitely find that. You can find it in Seoul, but you got to be careful in Seoul.
Why is that? Is there a lot of bots out there in Seoul? A lot of scammers? Break it down for us, bro.
Yeah, especially I wouldn't say really. Well, you don't know what you're really gonna find out there because when I went to Itaewon, I felt like I was in the West. The girls were dressed; they had the short skirts on and everything. They were smoking. They were walking through,
What?
and they were dancing and everything, dancing and everything in the street and everything. I said to myself, I was like, I don't want to find nothing here. So Itaewon's a big turnoff for me. So Itaewon is like a place you would really want to avoid for that. But if you're looking for fun, you could go there and get something for fun, definitely in Itaewon. But I forgot the list of my cities. That one city I mentioned that's far away from Seoul, Gangneung, definitely go there. They have some really beautiful women there, very beautiful women, and it's also close to the beach as well.
Okay. This is great, brother. So I got a couple more questions before I open up the phone lines. We got around 20 more minutes of this Q&A between me and you, brother. So my next question for you, brother, is choosing signals. So what kind of choosing signals do South Korean women give men that they're interested in? I think that's very important, brother.
Well, one of the things that they do is I remember one time I was on the train and I sat down and there was a girl right in front of me and she kind of was looking over at me a couple times and I looked back at her and she looked away. And then I looked around at the door again and then I saw her doing it again and she looked away. It was like 2 or 3 times. That was one time. Another time I was outside, I was looking for a restaurant. This was on the I forgot. It was on like the south, it was in the south part of Seoul. There was this girl, the bus was passing by. It stops at a red light. The corner of my eye, I see a girl looking at me. I look over, she looks away. And then she does it again. I look away at myself. She does it again. She looks away. She looks away. The third time, we accidentally locked eyes. She didn't smile. She kind of stared at me and the bus went away. But it's also I remember this one time I was in a restaurant and I was ordering food and the waitress, it was the person that was actually at the front desk. She was joking with me actually. She was actually kind of smiling with me and I thought to myself, they're not really usually like that with people that they don't know. And I was buying the food, I was joking with her a little bit. And 9 times out of 10, I thought to myself, is this girl into me or something? Like, I think she's feeling me. I don't know. So yeah, so it's really just like I would say mainly it's mainly the looking at you and looking away. They're very curious about us because there's not much of us out there.
So, brother, so obviously I was just in Japan as well, right? And even in Tokyo, I didn't see many brothers out there. Was that a similar experience for you in Seoul, South Korea? There isn't much brothers out there. It's very small, and even foreigners in general. Is it a very small foreigner base?
There is a small foreigner base there, definitely, and I would also say there's a lot of. Mhm.
Brother, so I mean in terms of is the population of foreigners and the population of brothers out there in Seoul, Korea, is it very small?
It's small, definitely small. It's very small actually. In terms of like American guys like myself, I didn't see too many. I only saw like one or two.
Oh wow! So the ones you saw, brother, the one or two you saw, right? Were they dating beautiful South Korean women?
Oh, IP. I just remembered actually. When I was in the movie theater, there was another brother right beside me, and he had a Korean woman on his shoulder. I just remembered that. We went to the same exact movie, the same exact movie theater. He was also going on a date with his girl over there on the side.
Okay.
He was
Was she a
also he
bad?
also had a hmm?
Was she a baddie?
Oh, she did look good, definitely. She looked real good. She looked real good.
Yo, this is too good, man. This is amazing. So going on from there, brother, right? So
Mhm.
what other races of women out? Sorry, what other races of women are out there in South Korea? Did you come across Japanese chicks, Brazilian chicks, Colombian chicks, Venezuelan chicks, European chicks? Break it down for me, brother.
Definitely. I did come across a little couple of Europeans, a couple. There's a lot of white people over there. I will say that. Um, Japanese. There is some Japanese girls over there. This one time, I actually remember on the escalator. Actually, I want to share this one. I was on the escalator, right, and I heard the Japanese girls talking behind me, and I said, "Yonjin desu ka?" She was like, "Oh." It's just one word, and and we had like a small conversation in English. I shared a little bit of Japanese with her. I go outside, come back into the subway station an hour later, and the same woman that I said hello to, she's literally saying, "Oh, hi," and her daughter over here has hello, and I thought to myself, am I missing something here? The IP was talking about is this the reason why IP does so many streams on Japanese women? Now, other races of women out there, um, there were some Indians. I did see some Indian stores, some Indian girls in there. Definitely, I
Oh
did see some
no.
Indians.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
there was a couple.
Oh,
I,
oh
I
dear.
don't. I wasn't checking for them, man. They're not really my thing. But I did see some. I don't even know if you want to hear this one. I did see, unfortunately, I did my best to avoid them. You probably know what I'm talking about. Starts beginning
Yeah.
with B. I did see a couple of those.
Oh, BWs.
Yes, I did see some BWs over there, and one of them crossed right in front of me as I was walking with my girlfriend across the street. I don't know what her problem was, but for the most part, IP, I'll tell you this: the very day that I was leaving, and you're probably gonna laugh when you hear this one. The very day that I was leaving, and me and my girlfriend are in the airport, right? She's sitting
Mhm.
in front of me, and girl is she's helping me eat the food, bro. She's actually spoon feeding me some of the food, right? And I see this BW all the way on the other side of the restaurant, sitting by herself.
Wow. So, brother, you're telling me, right? South Korean dudes ain't checking for BWs in South Korea.
I ain't see it. I didn't see it, bro. I mean, I never really asked them, but for the most part, honestly, they were alone. I didn't really see them with anybody. I didn't see them with nobody.
Damn. Damn. So passport cis ain't rocking like that in South Korea. Damn. I mean,
I don't even think they
whew.
mess with them. I don't know. After the thing about it is that, like, you have to the thing understand you have to understand IP is that a lot of them know, like, Nicki Minaj and Beyonce, and they ask the girls to twerk and everything, and these girls get angry. But it's like the image of the black woman is lit. The image of the American black woman is literally what they think of as Nicki Minaj. They think of Nicki Minaj. They think of Cardi B or like somebody like that, right? And I don't I don't no guy would want to wipe that up, man. Especially if they're asking to twerk and everything in Itaewon, man. They're not gonna wipe that up. Nah. Nope.
Wow. Okay.
I
So,
would say they're not.
all right. So, my next question for you, brother, is so obviously South Korea has a very popular reputation of it being the plastic surgery capital of the world, which is quite astonishing, right? For a population of only 60 million, they're literally the capital of plastic surgery. When you are out there in South Korea, did you see a lot of chicks right with plastic faces that you can tell? Okay, a lot of these women out here they use plastic surgery, brother. Can you confirm that to me, brother?
There was a couple of them actually. I remember one time I was actually leaving from Korea, and I saw this girl, and I was connecting to a flight back to America and Hawaii, and I looked at this Korean girl's face, and I'm like, her face looks a little bit there's just something off about it, right? Yeah. And surgery is a big thing over there, bro. Like, it's a very big thing. Actually, I actually have to talk my girlfriend out of doing it, because she's saying, "Oh, I want to I want to actually pull my eyes together. And I'm like, no, don't do that. I've been telling her for the longest time, leave that alone. She's scared to do it. And I'm saying, yeah, leave it alone. Because, and the thing, and she gave me a lot of intel actually on this too. A lot of girls, when they graduate high school, they go and get plastic surgery. They do that.
Wow. No, I definitely agree with that because I agree with that because when I look at Blackpink, right, who are the biggest Korean band right now, you can tell
Mhm.
a lot of them have done some surgery to their faces because it just don't look Korean. Their faces don't look Korean, bruv. I'm like, that
Yeah.
chick right there, Genie or whatever, definitely got some makeup, definitely got some work done right there. So would you say, brother, there's a huge white worship culture in South Korea that is fueling this plastic surgery stuff because they want to look more like white people? I know they have very pale skin, right? I've never seen a dark skinned South Korean, but I saw a couple dark skinned people in Japan when I was in Japan. Can you confirm it? Is it to do with like white worship? Break it down for me, brother.
I would actually some of it is culture, like they say that, oh, you're working out in the fields, they represent lighter skin. But honestly, with the whole plastic surgery thing and wanting to actually like straighten your nose and make your eyes look double eyelids and stuff, the number one thing, okay, IP, I'll tell you this, the number one thing that Korean girls commented me on was my eyes. They say, oh, you have such beautiful eyes, your eyelids and everything, I want those eyelids. I think to myself, like, why do you want to change this? Is a part from the culture what I was talking about, dark skin and tanning in the sun, working outside. This is completely different from that. Personally, I actually think there is some white worship there because why would you want to change your face and change your eyes to look like you're European? It doesn't make sense.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree with that, brother. So next question for you, brother, is so you said that there's a huge cult issue out there in South Korea. What does that mean, brother? Can you
Yeah.
break it down for us? What does that mean?
All right, I'm gonna put you guys on game right now. So, and shout outs to Romel for putting me on game with this, man. If it had, I actually listened to a lot of streams with him and Pooh, and they told, and I'm so happy that you guys had warned me about this, man. If you guys are listening, thank you so much, bro. I was actually a little nervous when I first ran into this. So, I was leaving my hotel. I was going to the train station, which is very close, and two Korean people just started walking up to me. I started speaking Korean to them. I thought to myself, I said, hold on a second. This is not like them. They don't usually do this, right? So we had a small conversation and, I spoke some Korean with them and everything. And they said, oh, you live in the hotel? I was like, yeah, I live right there. And then they started going off about church. And now, since when I heard about that church, I thought about what Romel and everybody has said. I was like, nah, let me leave this. I said I had to go. I skedaddle. I actually sped walk out of there, man. I was like, nah, you guys are not scamming me. So it's a game that they play on foreigners. It's not the first time it happened to me. I was on the train and there was this one woman. My girlfriend put me on game with this one. There's this one woman that was on the other side of the train. I'm standing there and she calls me over and she says, oh, your colors pop out and everything. And we talk for a little bit. And she's like, here, call me by this number. She gave me a business card. I showed the business card to my girlfriend. And she says, this is a scam. She says, chuck that in the garbage. So that happens over there, man. It happens over there. And and I'm happy to actually tell people about it because, they play this game on foreigners. For me, I knew already what to expect. And I know what not to do in South Korea. And that's one of the things. If a Korean person comes up to you and starts talking to you about church, run.
So, and is that for them to get you to join their church and scam you out of your money? Is that the plan?
Yes.
Okay.
From what I saw there, definitely. I didn't even really need to go in deep into it. As soon as they started mentioning church and the fact that they're talking to me and I'm a random person, they don't talk to random people. That's what came up. That's the number one thing that came across my mind. Definitely. I just told them I had to go. It was an uneasy situation too, because like I said, they don't talk to people that they don't know like that. They'll give you compliments because you're a foreigner and you look good, but they won't just randomly stop you in the middle of the street and just have a conversation with you like that and start talking about, well, we have an organization for church. They wouldn't just do that. They wouldn't do it like that, bro. Nah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, brother. So, now racism. You're a brother, right? Did
Mhm.
you experience any sort of like, N-word use said towards you, N-word use being said by Koreans, any sort of, animosity, racial animosity towards you by the men and by the women? And yeah, any N-word use, any racism towards you at all?
Actually, IP, I'm gonna be dead serious with you actually on this one. I experienced more racism from the black people in the community here that I live in than in South Korea. I didn't experience not 1 ounce of racism over there. Not one. Not one.
What?
There
Bro,
wasn't any there. Mhm.
go on, bro. No, carry on. Mm-hmm.
There every person I greeted, there's a couple of every person I greeted, I bowed to them and said "안녕하세요," and I bowed to them, and they smiled right back at me every single time. Every single time. There was old people on the train. They see me standing. You know, I like to stand on the train and kind of surf it because I love trains and everything. They're offering now. If the rules in the train is you don't sit in the pregnant seat, you don't sit in the ends of the car, right? So the ends of the car is where the old people sit at, and you don't sit there. I saw some foreigners sit there. I don't sit there. Man, these old people are offering me this to sit down with them. There's people offering me to sit down, and there's people that this one old guy comes up to me, he sees my hair, right, and he says, this one old Korean guy, he's like, beautiful. It says in English, beautiful. I was like, thanks, man, thanks, my guy. So I felt you'll feel more welcomed in Korea than you will in America. From in the hood, I would say.
Brother, that's a very strong statement right there, because you're from Baltimore, and I know Baltimore very well. That's a very black city. You're telling me you experience more racism from black people in Baltimore than South Korean women in South Korea that ain't even black? What? What does that even mean, bro? Are you serious right now, brother? What?
Yeah, I think it's also because I got in that culture. I spoke that language real good, man. The only time I was denied service was because they have break time with their restaurants, and also the culture is very big on sharing. So if you go to a restaurant by yourself, they may say no because they need more people and stuff like that. But it's never out of racism. I had that in the back of my mind. But anytime I'll give you the story actually. When I went to Yeoju is you guys want to go to Yeoju, you guys definitely can go to Yeoju. Yeoju is on like it's a little far away from Seoul, right? You can take the subway out there. I get inside this is where the customer service really comes in, man. I go inside the 7-Eleven. I'm speaking Korean to the woman. The Korean woman is literally helping me fix my ramen. And she's helping me. She's taking care of me like she's taking care of me like a baby, man. She's just, okay, I got this, no problem. I got it. She's trying to actually take care of it for me. And a family that was there, her family, they were curious about me because there wasn't any black people around that space. And they were telling me, oh, the 한국말 너무 잘해요. Like, oh, your Korean is so good. And I'm speaking Korean to them, and they're curious about me. The kids greet me. I didn't have no kids run away from me. All the kids, they looked at them. I said, how you doing? They waved back at me. I bowed to old people, I smiled at them, and they smiled at me and bowed back. There's had a couple of them. There's even this one old guy. He comes right next to me and sits right down. And I tell him in Korean, like, what you doing sitting down next to me, man? He's like, I just wanted to sit down, And he says, we started conversating in Korea. He's like, you like America? I was like, no. And I asked him, is this your first time speaking to a black person? He's like, yes. A lot of times, it's really their first time speaking to a black person. And because I think it was because I was smiley and I was outgoing, I think that's what really I think that was a really good icebreaker to put the barriers down with them.
What's the image of brothers out there in South Korea? Is it a serious image? Is it a bad image? Is it a cool image? How do they perceive brothers out there in South Korea?
I would say more of like a hip hop image. I would say that, but until they meet you in person and they see what you're about, then all that stuff diminishes. Remember, I told you actually I can't tell you, man. There was so many of her friends wanted to meet me. Like, this goes back to what I was saying before. When my girlfriend told her third friend, now I met 2 of them. The third one when I left Korea, she said, oh, so the guy I talked to, my boyfriend, he's black. He knows a lot about the train system here, and he speaks Korean. The very minute she heard that, she was like, who is this guy? I would like to meet him. Even in Australia, bro, when they hear it, because the thing about it is that when you date a South Korean woman, the relationship is not very common, right? So when people hear about this, they're like, let me see a picture of this guy. Who is he? You know, they can't believe. They're like, oh, he's black guy speaks Korean. You're in a relationship with him. How does that work? So I think it's mainly the image is mainly it's curiosity actually, because I think on the TV they show a lot of negative stuff about us on TV, but as soon as they meet us in person, it's completely different. And once they hear about you being black and you're intelligent and you speak that language, they want to meet you, man. That's what it is.
Amazing, brother. Can someone do me a very special favor and do the timestamps for this live stream? Who's going to volunteer to do the timestamps for this live stream and put the timestamp minutes in the comment section? I would greatly appreciate it. Please press a 1 in the chat if you will happily volunteer and do that for the channel and for the brothers, please. For each topic that we discuss on this live stream, press a 1 in the chat if you do that for me. Thank you very much, bro. So I want to now go on to the nightlife, brother, because I think that's very important. We did a couple of streams back with Mr. Pooh, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he was in Vietnam, right? And then there was a couple of Vietnamese chicks. There was one Vietnamese chick, right? And she said, right, I'm looking for an N-word tonight. I was like, what? She said that she's looking for an N-word tonight. Did you experience that same sort of, N-word use in the nightclubs in South Korea? A South Korean woman is saying, I'm looking for an N-word tonight. I'm looking at you. Break it down for us, bro.
All right, so I'll be honest, I didn't really go to that many clubs because my girlfriend was worried about me being out at night. But at the same time, when it comes to the nightlife, you're gonna really see some things in the night, bro. You're gonna see some things. If you lower to look in Itaewon, you're gonna find what you're looking for. Definitely. But I personally did not experience any N-word use from anybody like that. No, they didn't come up to me and start saying the N-word to me like that. It wasn't anything like that. No Korean girls ever did that to me.
So, in regards to the N-word, right? What kind of women would you meet in the nightlife in South Korea? Can you find wifey there, or are these women for the streets?
Man, Itaewon feels like the West, man. I would say that they're for the streets. I wouldn't touch anybody in Itaewon, man. Especially that girl that sat down next to me on the train. She had Keisha vibes written all over her face. She had a whole attitude on her face, man. A whole attitude. I was like, no, let me leave that alone. But mainly, I would say mainly in Itaewon, you'll find that. You'll definitely find that in Itaewon, man.
Yeah, brother. So, when it comes to how, put your fan on, okay? If you're gonna be sweat, brother, put your fan on in the background. It's all good, brother. Okay, put your fan on. So when it comes to what's it called? How South Korean women dress, right? I'm a bit perplexed here. I'm looking at the media. I'm looking at what they're wearing. A lot of them are wearing booty shorts. They're wearing crop tops. They're wearing that corset attire that a lot of chicks are wearing. And to me, right, if a chick is wearing corset attire, she's basically a PORN star. I don't mess with that attire at all. Is that quite common out there as to how they dress, brother? Showing their legs, etc., etc.
Well, the ones I dealt with, they dressed pretty conservatively. They weren't showing themselves off like that. But you will have I did go through so I was in what's that place called? What's the thing? Yeongdeungpo. Yeah, I was in Yeongdeungpo, right? If you go around the Yeongdeungpo area around the night, there's like a whole like night thing in front of me, right? Nightclubs and everything. If you walk through there, you'll see drunk women, you'll see women that are like passed out. Some of them had short skirts on and everything, and I was just like, whoa, like passed out short skirts. I also mentioned South Korea has an I don't know if I want to mention essay. Just keep it PG.
No.
There,
Yeah, the culture, right? Yeah, I heard about that, bro.
yeah,
But that's in the
there
Patreon.
there is a very it's
yeah. So
pretty big,
I mean,
but I'm a veer away from that.
Yeah. If you want to hear more about how it really gets down in South Korea, the dark side, go on the Patreon right now. The brother Romel broke it down to an absolute T. It is too explicit for the YouTube channel. These South Korean women are freaks in the bedroom, man. They are freaky, but we cannot speak on that on the channel. So if you want to hear more on that, go and join my Patreon, man, because it is some wild west stuff that happens out there in South Korea that brothers will never know unless they're on the Patreon. So thanks for the breakdown so far, brother. Um, Next
Oh,
question for you,
IP.
brother. Go on, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I will say that they dress pretty conservatively. You'll in Seoul too. You'll find women that will dress very conservatively, long dresses. They respect themselves. They're not loud. You'll find that definitely, but you really got to learn that language real good.
So let me ask this, brother. Right. So how big is K-pop out there? And and do a lot of South Korean women follow K-pop where they want to be like the K-pop people that sings the songs and perform? I want to know just how obsessed they are, the women there, because that can be a negative in my opinion if a chick is too obsessed with music culture.
Hearing from my girlfriend, she she tells me that they once they leave out of high school, they're not really into the K-pop stuff. It's really Westerners that like the K-pop. It's not. I don't think it's really them. No.
Okay. I'm liking what I hear so far. And they also have long dresses. A lot of them not wearing booty shorts, showing their legs. That's
No,
okay.
no, man. When I came back to the West, I was just like, what did I just step into, bro? Like, I was just, I looked at I passed a couple of women. I was like, ugh. Ain't gonna lie. I was like, it's the first time in my life I walked past somebody in the States and I'm like, ugh. When I was in Korea, man, I said, man, they dress pretty conservative. They dress pretty nice. They dress like women and they act like women. That's the thing. They got girls over here that dress like women but act like men. In Korea, they dress like how they act, man. They dress like women, they act like women, and you'll see you'll see them wearing very beautiful things, bro. You'll see it.
Okay, awesome, brother. So I've got a couple more, three more questions for you before I open up the phone lines. Next one is, brother, is how big is American culture out there in South Korea? And that ties into the feminism question as well. So obviously, bro, South Korea is grappling against feminism. So when you were out there, brother, was feminism a problem amongst the South Korean woman and your girlfriend? Did you speak to her about feminism? I want to know how bad it is and how brothers can navigate, not meeting feminist chicks. How do you spot one? How do you avoid feminism in South Korea? Break it down for me, bro.
All right, so we did have this discussion, and my girlfriend does want to be a flight attendant, but the thing is, she's not. You won't find any of those. You won't find any of the feminist traits in them. But I was only there for 2 weeks, so if I was there for longer, I probably could give more intel about it. But for the most part, when it comes to American culture is very big out there. You go to Itaewon, you'll hear you'll walk across a couple of bars. You'll hear Pop Smoke. You'll hear Rick Ross. You'll hear Drake. It's out there. It's pretty big.
Excuse me? Pop Smoke.
Yeah,
What?
you hear Pop Smoke out there. I was
Come on,
I
man.
was walking past the one in Itaewon and I was hearing some Pop Smoke coming out the bar. I was like, okay. All right, they
Okay.
bumped that over here too. I was surprised. They got some rap music playing out of the they have some black rap music actually playing out from the actual bars.
Hold on, brother. Was the N-word censored from the
Hmm.
song or no?
I don't even remember, honestly. I wasn't really I just kind of was like, I don't even want to I was for me personally, I was like, I don't even want to listen to that. I want to stay away from that. But personally, I didn't really hear it. I don't think I didn't as far as I remember, I didn't hear anybody like saying that in the song.
Okay. So what about in the clubs, right? Do South Korean people say the N-word when the N-word comes on in the rap song?
I wasn't in I wasn't I wasn't in the club, so I can't really give that intel. But
Okay.
if I was there, I definitely would give it. But I don't think they would say that to your face. They wouldn't say that to your face.
Okay, brother. I
Personally, me. Mhm.
I have two more questions for you now. So, how should brothers dress out there? to attract high value South Korean women. So do we come out there wearing Sean John jeans, 4XL white tees, New York snapback, Timberland boots, gold teeth,
Nah.
gold chain, Echo jumper, Sean John jeans, or do we come in a different style? How do we dress out there? Break it down for me, bro.
Okay, so let me just put my list right here. How to scare off a Korean woman. Uh, wear fronts. Wear the long baggy jeans. I'm still writing on my notepad real quick. Put the Timberlands on. Give that thuggish style look. They don't like that, man. You have to. I would say for me, I actually dressed up with button downs, and I used just pants and a couple of Vans here and there. I had a pair of Pumas and stuff like that. You just dress like yourself, but don't pursue the same image of the guy from the hood, because that will run them away. They don't like that.
Okay, thank you, brother. So, who does your chasing, right? Is it you as a man, or will she chase you in South Korea? How does it work in terms of the initial stages? Who's more aggressive? Who wants it more? How do you make your intentions known? Break it down for us, bro.
The girl is, oh my goodness, the girl was so aggressive with it. I got overwhelmed. With it, man. All the gifts she was giving me, all the food she was buying, the way she cooked for me, the way she listened to me, bro. They It was overwhelming, IP. I can't lie. I was like, yo, what do I do? Like, all I could do is, and the thing about them is that it's thought, you remember what they like and you bring it for them, and they appreciate it. But for the most part, I could say of chasing, bro, like the women there will treat you, man. It'll get to the point where it's overwhelming. Like, what can I do now? Like, it kind of gets like that.
Damn, damn.
It's
Amazing,
overwhelming,
amazing,
man. You will be
amazing.
overwhelmed with gifts and food and her smiles and the way she looks at you. You will be overwhelmed, man. It will make you it'll make you tear up your plane ticket when you going back to America. You see that plane ticket, you'll just throw that whole thing right away, or you could just ask her to throw away. She'll listen to you. She'll
Okay.
she'll do it. You ask her to throw it away, she'll do it.
So, how should brothers cold approach South Korean women, right? Do we come through like, hey Charlie, hey Ma, what you working with? Give me a 36012. I like what you working with, Shorty. Or do we come through in a well respectable manner? And how do we cold approach? What do we say? Break it down for us, bro.
So the first part is how to mess it up, because they're giving a twirl. They're not gonna show themselves off like that to you. Like that. But in terms of cold approaching, since I was in the subway, I tried to do it in the subway. It didn't really work. Don't do it in the subway. I sucked at it in the subway. But when I went to Ahua University and I talked to a couple of them, they love a good laugh, bro. You just go up and just pretend like you're lost. Like, hey, I'm looking for this, and then you just say, hey, I'm just trying to. So you just mean all the way over there. She's like, yeah, you just mean all the way over there, all the way over there. And she starts laughing, and you guys start vibing together. Yeah, you just approach it like that.
Okay, I see. Were you cold approached by yourself by women who were interested in you in a romantic sense in South Korea?
No, that was because I think it was only because I was there for 2 weeks. No.
Okay, that's fine, brother. So, brother, can you break down this university game for us, right? So, let's say I'm in South Korea, right, and I want to go to EUR University. Do I simply take a bus to the university and go inside the university campus and the university building, or is it outside the universities where the women are coming out? That's when you start cold approaching them. You stand around the area, you sit down on the benches, you pretend to read a book, you see a chick you like. Just how do we actually navigate that university scene in South Korea?
Oh, you just see one walking past, and they're were you asking where the station where it is in
Yeah,
South
no,
Korea?
I'm asking you, where do we stay in the university just to make sure that we're not some sort of, we actually look like we belong there. So let's say the university is, let's say in Seoul, we go to the university. do we wait outside the building, or do we go inside the
No,
building, the actual university itself? Break it down for us, please.
you keep moving. Ask about Starbucks. Go buy some Starbucks. Look around the place a little bit. Ask some questions, and then you see when you just go up and talk to her.
So is that inside the university building or outside the university?
It's actually both actually, but mainly more outside. I actually mainly cold approach two of them outside. Definitely outside.
So basically, me as a foreigner, right, I can go inside the university itself and sit down in the actual lobby.
Yeah, I went down there and actually I just wanted to go to Starbucks in there. I actually just took the elevator down and I just ordered some Starbucks right in there.
This is good. This is amazing. This is incredible. Okay. This is amazing. Andrew Ski, thank you very much for this impressive breakdown as to, you know, South Korea. So far, amazing so far. So I'm gonna open up the phone lines right now, brothers. So before I do so, please like the video. That'll be very greatly appreciated. Please hit the super chats throughout tonight. Hit the PayPal too, and make sure you go and follow my new TikTok account. I'm officially on TikTok. I'll be posting content on there, so go and follow me on TikTok. And of course, also go and follow me on my new Facebook page. Okay, International Passport. I'm going to post a link here. Um, give me 1 second. Chotomate kudasai. Chotomate. Amazing so far, man. Brothers, we are up next, brothers, man. We really are. So go and follow my Facebook page over here. Okay, brothers. And be more a part of the international passport ecosystem. Okay, be more a part of the international passport ecosystem. Okay, please. I want to spread the message out, the gospel, to like-minded brothers. Okay, we're about to change the world, man, but I'm gonna need your support. I need your help, so please share my videos around, share the content. We only getting started, man. So let's open up the phone lines, man. Okay, and join the Patreon. Romel's on the calling, I know, and Romel's gonna tell you, brothers, right, just how freaky South Korean women are in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Andrew Ski knows he saw the Patreon content. They freaky, brothers, man. They freaky. Ain't that right, Andrew?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, yes, bro.
Hey, bro, you laugh like the Joker right now, bro. You good, bro?
Yeah, that's just my laugh, man.
Laughing like Joker from Batman.
Yeah, boy.
I'm telling you, brothers, man. I mean, brothers, you have everything you have on this channel, everything you need on this channel to be successful. The IT game. Phil's teaching you IT. I'm teaching Python, and a special announcement, I'll be accepting new people in my Python classes very soon. Look out for that. So if you're interested in me teaching you Python, kickstarting your IT career, that's coming very soon, okay? Right? I teach you Python. Phil teaches you cloud, right? You got the Patreon that gives you additional intel about foreign women that we can't speak on the YouTube. You got the YouTube channel that has the breakdown of over 50 countries to find your wife. I mean, brothers, please, man, please. Classics after classics. More classics than Nas albums. More classics than Michael Jordan winning, the NBA championships 6 times, in his career. Just too many classics for you, brothers, man. Book your IT consultation with me. Let me help you kickstart your IT career. All the details you need in about IT to get into IT is in the description box of all my videos and this video specifically. Kickstart your IT career with me, brothers. Let me mentor you to greatness and success. I'm changing lives out here, brothers. Cop the merch too to support me. The merch is amazing, brothers. Cop the merch. Be more involved in this community, right? I'm creating another Discord channel, and that'll be open. It's gonna be a big Discord channel. So I'm out here doing the work for you, brothers, man. So make sure you follow my Facebook page. Make sure you support. Make sure you're there with me, brothers, man.
This guy will change your life. He changed
But
mine. He made me
that
realize that I don't have to put up with the things that are going on here. The IP, thank you, man. I appreciate this channel. I appreciate you, bro.
there you go, bro. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. I mean,
No problem.
speak more about it, Andrewski. Tell him how this channel helps navigate South Korea. The intel on the Patreon, the intel on the channel. How it changed your mind state, how it gave you hope, how you're a better man and passport, bro, in 2023. Break it down for us, Andrew, man. The floor is yours, brother.
Yeah, when I first discovered before I discovered your channel, bro, I was by myself for real. Like it was like I was dealing with the Western girls and everything, and I was getting played. I fell on my face a couple times, and then I came across your stream about Japanese women, and then I heard Theo and everybody, and I was like, okay, what they talking about here, And I got deeper into the streams and everything, and I realized like, yo, this guy's. So I was like, yo, this guy's saying I don't have to deal with this crap. I can leave. I could yeet myself out of America and go to a different place where the traditional values of women still exist, because in America it's not existent. And the whole thing about, in order to really get to those women, you have to go through you have to actually have the income for it, and that's what IT does, and that's what remote work does, and that's why he's pushing this out to everybody here. He's saying get into IT, get into Python, get a remote job, and you can go anywhere in the world and you can meet the people. Because the thing about it is that, like, being in the West, bro, it was frustrating, bro. I know that you know that too, IP. It was frustrating, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I say this from the bottom of my heart, bro. Until I found your channel, I lost hope. I lost it, man. I felt stuck. And then I discovered you teaching me Python. Theo's over here teaching me AWS. And now I can literally, just today, man, I literally was in a seminar with all of my I was supervising some stuff, right? And they're talking about resumes, man. And I'm literally giving this guy info about. I said a couple words to him. He said he got a VPN. VPN is virtual private network, and he's talking about reporting. I know that's CloudTrail. CloudTrail goes to SNS. That's what Theo was talking about yesterday. He's like, oh, you already know a couple of words already. So I was like, wow, my knowledge of IT is really is progressing because these guys have taught me this.
Damn. There you go, brothers.
Join
man.
his Patreon. Join the Patreon. Join Theo's classes. It will change your life, man. From the bottom of my heart to you brothers, man. It will change your life. You guys don't have to deal with Keisha anymore, man. And IP, I saw what you mean. I see why you do this. When I went to Korea, in the back of my mind, I thought to myself, I thought about you a couple of times where I was like, yo, I see why this guy does this. I see why he's doing this. He's putting in hours for black men like myself who are educated. We don't get respect in the black community, bro. We don't get no respect, man. The first time I actually had women that actually appreciated that. I remember growing up so many times, I wanted to go to Penn Station. I wanted to go to Penn Station. The girl's like, yo, why do you do that? Like, you like trains? Why? You talk so proper. They appreciated me. They appreciate somebody who's educated, bro.
That's facts, man. They wanted you to be some sort of knucklehead aspiring rapper, smoking that green, getting a Glock 9 and shooting that in rap videos, They wanted you to say the N-word 50 times, be ignorant, sag your pants, all that nonsense, man. That's what Keisha's attracted to. And that's why I got my passport. I'm like, I got my degree, I work hard, and you want me to be the man you want, which is a fuck when I'm educated? Hell nah, bruv. Hell nah, bruv. Nah, bruv. All right, let's get some callers in. All right. So Curtis, you're confirmed, brother. Hold on, bro. Let me bring in Romel first, Curtis. I'll bring you in after, brother. Romel, you're confirmed, brother. Thank you very much. Let me bring Romel, then Curtis after. Let's get it cracking, man. Yes, Romel in the building. What's up, Romel, man?
I'm good, IP. How are you, brother?
Yes. Welcome back, brother. I'm good, bro. Good to hear from you, brother. You good?
I'm good. You already know I'm super excited. I'm happy for Andrew. What's going on, Andrew?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man? It's glad to see you
Um,
on the stream here.
I'm good. Big congratulations, bro. I've been smiling at my computer screen all stream, man.
Hell
Just
yeah.
super happy right now and happy for you. So I got a few questions about your experience, brother, and then I'll end with just a few of my own thoughts, if that's okay.
Of course,
Go
brother.
ahead. Go
Fine.
ahead.
Yeah. Firstly, I'm so happy that you went to Korea, bro, and you came back to give your own experiences because I know when I did my stream, some brothers thought, nah, it's too good to be true. But now that you've been, you came back and confirmed everything. So I'm just smiling, brothers. You've got to get to Korea. So Andrew, my first question to you is just to clarify for the brothers. Can you speak on how common the beauty is over there? As in, when you was walking down the road just on a random day, how common is it just to see beautiful women on a daily basis?
It's 99.9% common, my everybody. He's speaking facts, man. I can't count how much beautiful women I saw over there and the way that they looked with the femininity, man. I cannot count. It was just I was just like, yo, I want to. Where do I choose? Like, there's just so many of them, man. It's just one walking down the street. The shoes that they're wearing and everything, man. It's so beautiful, man. There's a lot of beautiful men over there, and it's naturally beautiful. They're not wearing hair extensions. They don't have no hair extensions on, no weave. They don't have no edges. They don't have the long fingernails. They don't have the long eyebrows. The long eyebrows. They don't even know the history behind. It's just they're just natural, man. It's just all natural.
Agreed, man. That's one thing I noticed. Just walking down the road, anywhere I went, I just couldn't believe just how many beautiful women there are. It's too many. And I noticed, I wonder if you think the same way. I noticed the media is not telling us the truth. In the media, they show these really skinny schoolgirl looking chicks like all these K-pop stars. But when I was in Korea, I realized everyday women don't actually look like that. They look like just normal, beautiful, well-dressed women. It's not these K-pop skinny looking girls that we see on the media. What do you think, brother?
Hold
It's
on
true.
there, Andrew Ski, right? So, Romel, you telling me, right, you saw gym, slim, thick chicks by the abundance in
By the
South Korea.
abundance, brother. I'm telling you, the media lies. They push a certain image. It's just look at Brazil. Brazil is what, like 55 to 60% a black nation. There's more black people in Brazil. Sorry, it's the second largest country with sorry, let me get my words right. Brazil has the largest population of black people outside of Africa. Most people think it's America, but when you look at Brazil media, all you see is white people. Like everyone I speak to is shocked in the UK when I tell them this because they only see white Brazilians in the media. But the truth is, Brazil is mostly a black nation. So media is powerful. And the same in South Korea. All we see is these skinny little K-pop looking girls. But when you're actually in Korea, you see like thick legs. Korean women have amazing legs. I couldn't believe it when I got there. I thought, hold on, I thought everyone was supposed to be skinny, which you do get that. You do get a lot of skinny women, but you get all different body types, fuller women, and they're very gorgeous, not these little young schoolgirl looking chicks.
Like they not only have good legs, they take care of themselves. I have not yet to run into a Korean woman that has a funny smell to her, man. They take good care of their skin, their face. When their legs, they take care of all of it, man. It's all taken care of. All of it's taken care of.
Word. Moving aside from the beauty, Andrew, just lastly, I wanted to touch on the treatment. So not only are they gorgeous, bro, how was your experience in terms? I know IP asked this already, but I'm gonna twist it a little bit. How did you feel as a man? How did you feel within yourself when you started dating your lady before you became official? Just the way she was treating you, how did it make you feel as a man?
It made me feel like a king, bro. I felt like I felt like I was important for the first time, bro. Like I never had no girls do that for me, bro, ever. The way she treated me, man, it was like I can't even describe it in words, bro. It's so good, bro. Like I'm trying to come up with the words right now, bro. Like it's just unforgettable. That's all I can say, bro. It's unforgettable. You will not forget how they treat you. You won't forget it. And also, as a man, for them to like, feed you and cook for you and everything, bro. I was like, oh yeah. I can't describe it, bro. It's so good, bro.
100%, brother. Let me finish with saying, yeah, man. Andrew's experience is facts. Like I said it, he went there, he experienced it for himself. Obviously, there's, you do get a few HOEs anywhere in the
Oh
world,
yeah,
but when you
definitely.
find a good Korean woman, which there are many of them, you can honestly be sure that she's your woman, like yours. As in,
She's
she will
yours.
study you, like she wants to be your woman. She takes care of your interests. She wants to know what you're interested in, and she will learn about it, and she will learn to be your woman. If you like a certain kind of food, she's gonna make it. She caters to you, and I believe that. And I'll close off by saying, big congratulations to you, Andrew. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, bro.
And brothers, I can absolutely say this young man here is hungry, and I've got big hopes for him. He's hungry. I'll give you a quick background. I think it was maybe a month and a half before he even went to Korea. Andrew called me on the phone damn near every day, man. We was together. We're speaking about Korea. We're
Mhm.
working together. He's doing his IT game. Before I got
Yeah.
my IT job, I was working concierge at the time doing nights. Andrew would call me damn near every day. I'll be in the back sneaking into the office. We'll be together creating infrastructure on AWS. We'll be practicing Korean
Yeah.
together. So, brothers, please, man, collaborate with each other, work with each other. IP is doing a great service here, building this community for us. Use it. Andrew literally called me damn near every day. We were coding together, building infrastructure, learning Korean. Congrats, Andrew, man. You deserve every success you got right now, bro. There's big things coming for you.
Bro, thank you, bro. You are that big brother figure I never had, bro. You are a very big help to my life, bro. I appreciate you, bro. From the bottom of my heart to brother, to bottom of my heart, bro. I appreciate you a lot.
Respect.
Hold on there, brothers. Let me just applaud both Romel, in particular Romel. Hold on. That's exactly what I want to hear and what I want to see. That's what the Indians do. That's what the Chinese do. That's what a certain group of people do that I won't name. you know, this is what they all do, brothers, and this is what we have to do by ourselves, right? We need to help each other, uplift each other, give each other advice, and that's why I do what I do, right? Very happy that brothers are helping each other out, networking, assisting each other, and all you brothers in IT are going to dominate IT. And I guarantee you, one day when you're a director or a CEO, you will be giving other brothers jobs. Andrew Ski's gonna call up
Yeah.
Romel. Hey, bro, I need a job here. Romel's gonna be a director. Yeah, there's a position here. I'll put in a good word for you. Boom. That's what other groups do, man. Right?
Yeah.
I'm very happy when I heard that, man. That almost brings me to tears, man, because all my life I see a bunch of black dudes rapping about harming other black men, you know, harming other brothers, etc., etc. F that N word, blah 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 N word. I'm like, what's going on here, bro? You know, I'm like,
We even said
what
that
kind of,
one time.
I'm tired of it, bruv. So I
We
had
even
to
said
make
that
that
one
change.
time.
I had to make that change myself, man. It came one day where I had to stop complaining. I need to be that change, right? I've got to push out my message and get the brothers right on a great plan to help each other out, man. Shout out to Theo, shout out to Romel, shout out to Dems Wood, Romel, and all the brothers that put in the good work for brothers, man. I appreciate you, brothers, man. So,
Yeah, me and Romel were just
go on, bro.
like my tongue together. Me and Romel were discussing that one time as we were building some cloud infrastructure. He said, "Yeah, this is how we're supposed to be working. We're not supposed to be killing each other like this, man." Me and Romel we were building cloud infrastructure all the time, and that's what I was thinking. Like, we're not supposed to be killing each other like this. We're supposed to help each other out, like how we were doing that.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rap is an embarrassment nowadays because you don't help each other out. It's all about harming other brothers, and I'm sick of it. Shout out to Mr. Ayisa A for the $499 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Great stream. Hey, what a great ways to learn Korean on personal time. Audio books, Apple both. Should I be a beginner, intermediate before traveling? I think Ramon and Andrewski can give you some advice here. Go on,
You can
brothers.
go first, Andrew, and I'll go after.
Okay. go first. What I would say to, well, if you want to learn Korean, get you a tutor. Actually speak Korean and actually speak it to yourself. Get a tutor, speak it to yourself. Download Hello Talk and start chatting with Korean women on Hello Talk. Just say it's a language exchange, and and if when you get really good at Korean, you can actually download that Hello Talk. That's what I was mentioning before. But beginner, intermediate. You can learn on YouTube. I have a couple of recommendations. There's Talk to Me in Korean. There's Go Go Billy. There's Tammy Korean. There's a whole bunch. And the reason why I say learn Korean from like a tutor or from like somebody on Hello Talk, I learned a lot of slang, Korean slang from my girlfriend, and also I learned a lot of things from the Korean tutor. And also use it in your spare time. Use it to yourself. Set some devices. My TV's in Korean, my computer's in Korean, my phone is in Korean. I go down the street and I'm angry, and the other day I literally just cursed the bus. The bus was passing me, and I screamed in Korean at it, and I was cursing at it in Korean because I got so angry. So before you travel, I would say definitely if you can get intermediate, that's great. But as a beginner, they'll still treat you good.
Go on, Mel.
Yeah, I agree with Andrew. Getting a tutor is a good thing. Obviously, that's a bit expensive. So if you can't, well, I'm gonna say invest in your education. So rather than saying I can't, think how can I? Just change the mindset a little bit. Rather than I can't, how can I? If you have to work extra hours, save up. A tutor is a great way. But before you get a tutor, I personally always want to learn how to speak first. I speak 4 languages now, 3 conversationally fluent, and I'm just about touching intermediate in Korean. So for me, I want to be able to start speaking as soon as possible. That's my goal. So I always start off with an app for any language I learn called Pimsleur, because it gets you speaking straight away. I believe it's possible to become conversational within 3 to 6 months. That sounds like a short amount of time, but it's absolutely possible. I did it with Chinese. So Pimsleur is a great way for a beginner to start off. Like Andrew said, once you get comfortable speaking, download Hello Talk so you can start practicing with native speakers. And Andrew said something that's very key: speak out loud. You have to speak out loud. It's one thing to be able to form the sentences in your head, but when you're talking real time with people, it's easy to freeze. And often you're translating the language in your head into English before you respond, and that time lag is there. So you want to get used to speaking in real time. And I can tell you, every time I'm on the phone with Andrew, this guy will be shouting at his dog in Korean, like mid-sentence. So he's right. Find every way, every excuse to practice. A great thing you can do is keep a diary. So I try to do every day. I don't do every day, but I definitely do at least 3 times a week. I'll keep a diary and I'll just write my daily activities in Korean. Hey, today I studied Python with IP and the brothers. I went to the gym. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to work. I think Korean girls are so hot. I write it all in Hangul in Korean. Literally keep a diary log. Yeah, so that's what I'll say. So to break it down, Pimsleur, that's your speaking app. Then get a language exchange app, which is Hello Talk, and find language partners. And my last advice to you is just date a Korean girl, man. Because like he said, you'll pick up the natural language. He learned slang from his girl, and I learned a lot about natural speech from dating girls, so you don't sound like a textbook.
I'll also say this.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, how did I just forget? I'll also say, I just lost my train of thought. How did I just? That always happens. I literally just lost my train of thought.
Okay, don't worry, it'll come back soon, brother. Whenever it comes back, we got to carry on, okay? Thank you, Yisa. A great super chat there. So I'm gonna bring in Curtis Mims, but before I do so Curtis Mims, then VT, and then Base Pullo in that order. Hold on. Shout out to Mr. TMO for the $40 super chat. TMO T. Thank you, brother, for the support. Much appreciated. Shout out to all you brothers on the panel. Got me salivating for these Korean women. My plan is Germany, but I don't know now. I am in a cybersec internship right now. Does anyone offer cybersecurity career help? Let me know. I offer that, brother. I know that field very well. as well as other fields in IT. So if you can please book a consultation slot with me. So my Calendly link is in the description box below this video. Book your slot. We have a discussion about your career in cybersecurity and other IT careers that may be of interest to you. But you want the cybersecurity career help, I can definitely help you with that, brother. I have knowledge on that, and I've helped brothers out in the past in regards to their cybersecurity career. So book your slot on Calendly in the link description below. Awesome. Let me bring in Mr. Curtis Mims. You got your camera on? Is that okay, brother? Give me a thumbs up. Let me bring in Mr. Curtis Mims. Curtis Mims, it's been a minute, bro. How you keeping, bro?
What's going on, IP? I was sitting here enjoying the show. I saw it there, and I was like, well, I had to come chime in. Good job over there, Andrew, for pretty much hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah, dude. Thanks, man.
I myself was thank you. I myself was stationed in Korea twice for 2 years apart. So a lot of what he's saying is true. Also, before I forget, another app you can get is Babbel. It pretty much teaches you. You don't, like you said, tutors can get expensive. It pretty much teaches you the local language, so you have to like read it, write it back, and speak to it in the proper tone. Otherwise, it won't let you progress, and it'll make you pronounce the whatever language you're trying to learn until you get it right.
Right.
Then it moves on, so it pretty much talks back to you, like if it was an interactive person.
Oh yeah, IP. The thought just came back. The number one way you'll know when you get really good at Korean is that when you go on Hello Talk, and IP, you're gonna laugh when you hear this one. You go on Hello Talk, you speak Korean, and Romel, remember that one time that I called you your uncle. I called you, and your uncle is in the background. I was speaking English, and then I switched to Korean. He was like, he looks back, he's like, whoa, did he just change races? This guy, remember that, Romel?
Yeah, it's true. So I was in the kitchen talking to Andrew, and my stepdad was there, and my stepdad thought I was talking to a friend from Korea, but I told him it was a Black American kid from Baltimore, and he couldn't believe it. My stepdad came over to the screen. He saw Andrew's face, and he lost his mind because we were speaking to Korean together, and he actually thought I was speaking to a Korean guy.
It's the same thing on Hello Talk because there's many times where I've talked to Koreans, including my girlfriend. She said when she first met, she told me I was in Korea. She was like, I honestly thought you were a scammer. I thought you were a Korean scammer for a second because your Korean was so good. I'm not just from her. I've gotten this from a couple of other girls on Hello Talk I've talked to. Even a couple guys. They're like, wait, how is your Korean so good? I even had to prove to one of them that I was a black guy because they were so confused. So that's how you guys know when you guys get good at a language is that when you guys start sounding like native people and they can't figure out who you are, that's how you know you've gotten really good.
Yep.
Awesome. So you got any questions, Curtis Mims, for our guests?
Well,
or any
I was going to say, because when I was out there, when I was stationed out there, like you said, Itaewon, that's pretty much by the army base there. So, I always tell people when you go somewhere, especially to those main bases that are in like Japan, Korea, and Germany, get away from the base. That's number one. That's the number one thing you do. Because you always want to get those girls that are like been hanging around and get Americanized because of the culture of so many Americans that are there. When I was there, I seen tons of thick Korean girls. Like I lived off base my second tour because of my rank, and I actually never went to the gym on base. I used to see the thickest Korean chicks I've ever seen in my life in the gym, and then they're so used to seeing you there, and you're foreign, especially you a black dude out there. They would actually come up to me and ask me about certain exercises. And it's crazy thing about Korea, like if a girl's like really interested in you, I knew a couple of college girls that didn't really speak too much English. They would actually pull out a translator. So I've actually dated girls with this off the translator too, and she actually learned more English than I did Korean. And I've seen some thick ones. Don't let the TV fool you. From that one video I sent you IP a while ago.
Yes.
I've seen a Korean girl like that.
What? That thick?
I'm not lying.
They got him there.
I'm not BSing you at all. I've seen one. I had to holler at her, but I got away from the area. I went about 20, 30 minutes out, get kind of away from the military bases, and you start getting the real Korean experience. And like Busan, I would go there on the weekends. I would have had the mud festivals because it's the beach, and most of the girls I pulled well, actually Busan, because it's so far away from the most of the American bases that they're not too Americanized. Some they speak a lot of English because they do get tourism out there, but that one I sent you, IP, I dated a girl that was just like that. People who didn't they lost those American the ABWs around the base. We used to get jealous when I'm walking around because they know that wasn't no Photoshop and that wasn't no BBL. I'm talking about they would just look and they would just their face would just be in disgust. Like
Facts. This
how
brother
does
is speaking facts. Stay away from
Can I
the
speak on that too?
Korean girls on the bases, man. The Korean girls that go around the bases. If you want a Korean girl with long nails,
nope.
colored hair, trying to look like a ABW, bro, stay away from the Korean girls on the bases. This brother is speaking absolute facts. And yes, Busan is lit as well. Busan, they're a bit more beach vibes, laid back people. And if you're more into Afro beats and reggae, you can find that in Busan. It's more relaxed people.
I'll say another thing, because I had a friend that and I already told him don't mess with the girl, especially the ones that work in the bars. We already know how Korea is. Um, the nightlife, the bar girls that work there, and I told him not to give. He was end up divorcing her in like 5 months. I told him where to go, but he ain't listen. She had that same looking like Laquita and whatnot, and want to be hanging around Laquita, Letitia, Monisha, Macintosh, whatever, and end up getting her butt divorced. And I told her, look, I mean, what's done is done, but you got to go back to your traditional Korean ways. I ain't saying you got to be like a, hand and foot, but those girls do respect you. I have tons of Korean women I've taken out on dates, and they've literally paid for their own way, or right out you meet, or paid for me. And you get a good one, cooking you food all the time, asking, are you hungry? Did you eat? How was your day? You don't get that much especially in the Western world, unless they want something in return for it. That's what I noticed being in the Western world.
They're not
When
going
you
to care about you at all.
when you go on when you go on a date with a Korean chick, right? Is it implied that you'll be paying for both of them, or do you have to agree before going on a date? We go
I mean,
50-50? How does it work?
that's the thing, because when I was in Japan, and it was, I don't know what it is about, like, I'm not gonna say like Philippines and Thailand, that's different, but like Japan and like Korea, like they kind of had that mentality to where they're just like I told a girl, like, Starbucks is the best place to meet up when you get to know them. So if anything, if all else fails, you ain't gotta see them again. You ain't spend a lot of money on them. So when I told her to meet me there, she already got a tea and coffee, and she asked me if I wanted something to eat. And I was like, yeah. So I got there, chit chat, everything went well. She already paid for the bill. I was like, well, okay.
Yes, bro. Oh my gosh, yo. Yes. What else she get
They
you?
ain't broke, and they ain't broke. Them girls that be hanging around the bars, they be the broke ones. But the rest of them, oh, don't let their little face, their little cute face fool you. I know you got their picture on where you going. They'll turn you out, man.
They
Like
took
they
care of
come
you,
from
didn't they?
well-to-do families, man. A lot of them come the bar girls be the broke ones, but a lot of them you date, they come from well-to-do families, man. They ain't broke, they got money, man. And the brother's right. I got to the point where I stopped taking girls to dinner on the first date. It would either be we go for a drink or we go for coffee. It's a low investment. So if I'm not feeling her, I haven't lost anything, or she's not feeling me, I haven't lost anything. And more time, if you're dating a good one, you're not really gonna smash on the first date anyway. So it's okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
and to add to
Remote,
that,
let me
go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry, sorry. Remote, let me ask this, remote. So you telling me, brother, there's rich South Korean women in South Korea right now that are checking for brothers?
Oh
What?
yes, bro. Yeah, bro.
Bro,
Like,
yes.
listen,
Oh my,
just like this brother said just now. I remember there was a few that I was dating. They were paying for me, and they were happy to do it. Happy to do it. Me, I like being a gentleman to the good
Bro.
ones and paying my way, but a lot of them just want to treat you.
Yes, bro. Yes. Romel is confirming this right now. He knows what I'm talking about.
man,
Yes.
that IP. I when you get a chance, you can send it to the rest of the guys. When I sent you, I kid you not. She was in fact, she was a dental hygienist. You know they make good money anyway, like no less than 70K. With associates, a dental hygienist. She was a dental hygienist. She was built like that African chick that I sent to you, built just like that. When I mean turn heads, everybody's looking at the Africans down there that was looking, the foreigners were looking, the Americans like, what? I mean, you had dudes that were literally coming and they're fake, and she was so faithful. And she made bulgogi, she made kimbap, yaki man, do all of that. She made that from scratch. And the girl was only like 24, 25.
And she cooked for you too.
Oh my God, like they like to go out once in a while. You might get, like I said, you stay away from the ones that Americanized like that. You might get one Tuesday, but the ones that know how to throw down, they get pleasure. And it just goes for any woman around the world, other than the rest of the world. They get pleasure for showing, number one, showing you that they know how to cook. Number two, they want you to be invited in their culture. This girl threw down. Like, I bought the food, even though I didn't have to, because certain like beef out there and rice is kind of expensive off base, obviously for obvious. But I would get it from on base, and she made it.
Oh, and then she just gave it to you.
Yeah, she made it. And I told her, like, because I know she was, dental high, so she was busy a lot working. But every time she got off work, I had to plan days to be by myself. So I had to make stuff up to be by myself, because she would come like an hour, 2 hours, just about every night, unless she was super busy at the doing her dentist stuff. She would come out just to spend the night and then leave in the morning on the bus.
That's love right there, because kimbap is not a quick thing. Kimbap takes a while to make. That's a lot of effort in making kimbap. So she's making kimbap for you. Trust me, man. She's feeling you. That's love right there. Kimbap is not quick.
I ate everything but K-gogi. I wasn't about to eat that. I ain't about to eat the K-gogi.
What this brother said is true, man. Like, I know a few girls that were traveling, that live out of Seoul or further away, and they'll be traveling hour and a half, 2 hours on public transport just to come and see me. They will go out the way for you.
And they have cake. From the first time I was there, I'm talking about caked up and caked out. Like when I was first stationed in Korea, it was 2004, and then I ended up getting stationed in Korea in 2011. From 2004 to 2011, it was a big flip. And like you said, some of them, even the ones that they'll let it be known that they want you to approach them, like the subtle looks, they giggle, put their hand on their face, do that stuff. Sometimes, or they'll smile, and especially if they get to know you, like that gym. I end up getting hooked up with this girl because there was an older lady at the gym, and like I said, you come correct, don't come over like no Pookie or Ray Ray, nothing like that. And some of the military guys around the base had that, like I'm 50 Cent up in the club look, but I would dress like I'm casual clothes, just normal stuff that I guess you would say. My boy over here from Baltimore, they would say that you're, like one of them. Oh, you talk proper. You don't dress like the rest of us. They love that. And when I would go out on the weekend, because I didn't do too many bars and whatever like the rest of the other guys did, and they see you, I had on just a nice pair of slacks and some cheap shoes from Macy's, man, and a polo. It was on. I was getting more attention wearing that than the dudes that were coming out there with their chains and they little FUBU at the time or whatnot, and they little throwback jerseys.
Yeah, they don't like that.
I gotta get a new quarter in. Hold on. So, what is a Keigoku? Curtis, is that octopus?
Okay, so it is a traditional Korean dish, and I'm not gonna say just for Korea, but Keigoki is. So they all right for any of you PETA folks or whatever out here. Keigoki is dog.
Nah, bruv. All right, let me get a new quarter in.
Kegogi. Oh no.
But it ain't like someone went and grabbed Lassie and put them on the burner. It's a special type of dog that's bred for just eating. Like you have other guard dogs guarding this dog. Like by the base I was at, there was a dog farm there. I wasn't about to eat that mess. But everything else, bruv. I'm talking about, but everything's them rice cakes. I mean, you go to the supermarket, you get the little seaweed rolled up in rice. You can get salmon, you can get tuna. Man,
let me get a new quarter in. Sorry, bro. Let me bring in Mr. BT. Some eating dog? I don't think so, bro.
No,
it's not you. It's all good, brother. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But South Korea, it's weird like that over there. What's going on, BT?
What's up?
What's going on, bro? You good?
BT. I'm from Chicago. Right now, I'm in Vietnam. First time catching you guys live, so I just want to, chime in. I'm going to Korea and next week. I've been there about 3 times already, but it's gonna be my 4th time going there.
Awesome, bro.
Korea is
do you have
nice
any questions?
place.
you have any question for our guest, or do you want to say your experience about Korea, how the woman treated you, brother?
Well, when I went there, I wasn't really trying to hook up, but I did meet some girls there on through couch surfing, and I hung out with a couple girls there. But it was more just just being friendly. But it was interesting to hear the other brothers' experiences in South Korea. But I really like that place. It's
I would like
really
to,
the vibe of the place is really nice.
All right, bro. Bro, your internet's very bad, VT. Do you want to drop off and call back in? Because it's lagging a lot, brother. Call back in. It's really bad, brother. I literally can't hear you too well. All right, so go on, Curtis.
I want to add to that what my man was saying. Like I said, also it goes about like you always preach on what you speak on, brothers. Get your money up. You know, stay away from these dingbats out here in the Western world. Get in shape. Like, look good and presentable. That's gonna go anywhere you go in the world, but it's 10 times as more when you're overseas, especially when they see a man that's in shape and decent looking in their suit. I have had so many heads turn, especially walking off that gym, because even though it was around the base, you still had a lot of women that would visit there that wasn't Americanized there. They would be visiting family, or they want to go hang out, or they want to see what the Americans are doing, because they know the base is there. I've turned heads just walking down the street because I was in shape.
This is so true. In Korea, the way you look is so important. One, gym. Two, the way you dress. Don't come in with your trousers hanging off your bottom. Like in Korea, they dress so well. Fashion is so big in Korea. And I'm not saying you've got to come out wearing all expensive stuff, but dress well. Because if you don't dress well in Korea, it's going to backfire on you, because they absolutely dress well. And your body game is a big thing. Again, gym culture is huge in Korea right now. So it does not hurt to be fit, to be strong. You will turn heads and you absolutely will get attention. Gym culture is huge in Korea.
When you let me add this as well. Sorry. So in terms of gym culture, right, brother, have we got to be ripped as brothers, like, weigh like 90 kg, that ripped, or have some tone but be fit to get like a gym chick? Okay.
No, be healthy, be strong. I'm not gonna lie to you. Obviously, the more in shape you are, the better, but it's not necessary. But just be visibly a brother who looks after himself. Like, these women take so much pride in the way they look. Their skin is probably some of the best skin I've ever seen on any woman in the world. Always on point, so soft. So give it back. Take pride in the way you look. So you don't have to be extreme with it, but just be strong, fit, and healthy, and make it known that you take pride in the way your appearance, not by saying it, but by living it.
And they take pride too. Okay. So you date a girl, they have a million different creams and moisturizers and cleansers. That's just the way they do. But I mean, like you said, you don't IPUC that you. I thought I used to see that when I was on TV and think, okay, they're skinny from what them girls are caked out. You be having some J-Lo walking around in jeans and dresses, especially if they're wearing a sundress, but they make it look classy on them. You have some Halle Berry shaped ones. You got some Latoya from the hood with the Dunk shaped ones. My hood mentality.
I gotta get some callers in. So Romel says here, yeah, they eat mad stuff like octopus, raw beef, and raw egg. Okay, no. So let me ask this, Romel and brothers, right? If you have a Korean girlfriend, right, and she eats that stuff, and you tell her, I don't eat that stuff, and she cooks it for you, will she get offended? Because obviously food does matter in relationship, because I don't eat that raw stuff as well. Will she be offended, and would that strain your relationship, or will she accept it?
No. And the thing is, brother, she won't even cook it for you. Like, if she knows you don't mess with that stuff, she won't cook it. Like, I've never been in a situation where I dated a Korean girl, not once, where I told them, because I don't eat pork, and pork is a huge thing in Asia. Like, pork is everywhere. They're fine with it. If we want to go to barbecue, they'll have beef. If I say, hey, I don't eat the raw stuff, they'll just have it when they're out with their friends or with their family. But when they're with me,
but not with you,
it's not a big deal.
Especially at like the Mongolian grill, where you can all you can eat, where you get the meat and you put it on the grill and cook it yourself. And they respect you big time. So you say you don't eat something, you don't like it, they're not gonna force their way. They're not gonna force their stuff on you. You know what I mean?
Live octopus though. What's going on there, bro? How does
Yeah,
that
it's
even
still
work?
moving. Live octopus and the raw beef is called. Andrew,
I
is
mean,
it yuke? Yuke, is that what it's
I ain't
called?
even drink that. I ain't eat that.
you can get it cooked. I don't eat any seafood raw to begin with. Um, Shrimp is probably the only one, but any seafood that I've eaten, it's not true sushi or whatever. Cause I cook mine, so every girl I know I dated, I don't
Bruv,
eat it raw. It's cooked. I
bruv.
eat
So you tell me, so the octopus is moving and they're
Mhm.
eating the insides out, bro.
No, well, look, it's chopped up. It's chopped up in little bits, so but it's still moving. So it is a popular dish out there. I won't lie to you. And the raw beef with the raw egg is yuke. That's also popular. But brother, just avoid those because I won't lie to you. Korean cuisine is amazing. Like, yes, they do eat some mad stuff. I won't lie, but a lot of the food is
Jimbo.
amazing. Especially if you're more of a like sorry, forgive me. I'm not too sure what the Black Americans eat, but if you're like African descent, Caribbean descent, we have a lot of stews and broths. They have all of that over there. The food
Yep.
is amazing. So they do have some mad stuff, but it's the minority.
Yeah.
Okay.
It also depends on when I was in Thailand, they had Asia is Asia, so depending on where you go, you're gonna find something weird. Even in Japan, like they had fried locusts that came in the bag. I mean, I'm not about to eat it, unless I'm
Jeez.
gonna survive. But I mean, whatever you want, food you can get back in America. That girl, I guarantee you, show her how I eat this and this, she gonna turn it into a dish that you gonna like.
All right, so I gotta get another caller in. So let me bring in Base Pulo and Cozy to your confirm. Hold on, brother. Let me bring in Base Pulo in first. What's going on, Base Pulo?
Hey, how are you guys doing? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, how
I
you?
don't care, bro.
You
Can you hear
sound
me?
just fine.
Okay. Um, a few questions and then maybe a comments and maybe more of a request. But I know from my research that you know because of the Soviet Union and stuff like that, you did have like an integration of Koreans into that part of the world. Did you see any mixed Russian Koreans out there? And
Oh,
also, did you see any Mongolian women out there?
Yes, I've seen them.
Oh, wait, really?
one
I've
by
seen.
one. So Curtis first and Andrew then Romel.
I've seen a lot of Mongolian like restaurants.
Oh my
The only
God.
reason I knew is because a lot of Mongolian people can speak Russian too.
Yes, they can. I
So
was speaking with one earlier.
yeah, and then I looked at the flags. So I know what the Mongolian flag looked like. I've actually hung out with them too, and they were pretty cool.
And
Mongolians,
they were in Korea?
yeah, and Korea. I'm telling you,
They were in Korea.
yeah, you got a lot of Korea
Oh
ain't
my God.
Koreans. You got a lot of. I don't know. I didn't know the history behind that, but I seen a
Yeah,
lot of Koreans I thought were Korean
but
and
they were Mongolians.
like Mongolian, Kazakhstan,
Oh,
Kyrgyzstan.
they're in Korea. You got Kazakhs in
Yeah,
Korea
yeah,
too?
because you got to remember
Oh, heck
Korea,
no.
the north part of Korea. I mean, obviously it's North Korea, but they like you got a lot of people from like the when you go
From the
west,
Russian steppes.
those are the Southeast Asia, like
Yeah,
Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. I mean, I've dated a lot of Kyrgyz girls. That's what made me, and then being deployed there, that's what made me want to
bro.
go to Kyrgyzstan. Like
Bro, you know what? You know what's funny? I booked for Kyrgyzstan in December,
oh,
bro.
you going in the cold? Okay, you
Yeah,
see,
yeah, I'm going in the cold, but
it's
now that
cold,
you
bro.
told me that, because I know it sounds crazy, but I just had like a Nigerian dude I know, and he's getting married to a Mongolian woman, and he's like, bro, he just is like nonstop. He's nonstop with
Mm.
it. He's like, man, bro,
And they thicker than they thicker. They wanted to
yes. He
Wait,
told
Asian.
he told me that, but he also told me that she is actually learning his ethnic cuisine. Like she's learning to cook his ethnic cuisine, and I'm like, brother, oh my god,
Telling you, man.
where are y'all meeting these Mongolian
oh
chicks?
my
Because
god.
there's
Well,
only
I mean, well, you know,
there's only hold on. There's only 3 million of them worldwide. Where y'all meeting these Mongolian chicks?
I met most. You go ahead.
No, this guy met. Now he met his Mongolian woman. He met him in Kazakhstan because he's living in Kazakhstan
Well,
right
and
now.
there's a reason behind that because even
Yeah.
though because you got South Korea, they're all part of the old Soviet Union.
Yes, they are. But
Kazakhstan.
Mongolia was influenced by the Soviet Union. It never was in it, but they still just took up everything, huh?
So Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan,
Yeah,
all the stands out there besides Pakistan and Afghanistan
were Soviet
were
Union.
owned by the Soviet, and they all got that Asian look. So like when I was in Baku, Albania,
Yeah,
you have
Azerbaijan. Az-
You would have Arabic mixed with Asian. So when I like it just threw me off because you have a
Oh
girl
my goodness.
Asian face, but Arabic skin color,
What?
but African body.
Whoa.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
bro,
yes,
Whoa.
yes. Listen,
live stream.
Yep.
Live stream. What is that? Azerbaijan, you said?
Yeah,
Azerbaijan.
yeah, yeah.
Azerbaijan.
Live stream. Live
I'll get
stream
with you on
feature.
that. I
Yeah.
told you your boy been to places no
Yes,
one.
yeah, I said the same thing. Like that's what I'm like. I don't like to say this part of the world because I don't want it to get infested with passport pookies. But this part of the world,
Yeah.
Well, they
bro,
will never go. Your
bro.
passport
When
cookies.
I heard this not, and when he showed me his wife, I nearly started crying because I was so happy for him because he said that she's learning how to cook the jollof rice. She's learning how to cook the
Olive. I've been there.
Wow.
like. I was like shocked. I'm like, brother,
Hey,
like,
I was in Ghana for 5 years. I worked
yes.
yeah, so I know about the Ghanaian and Nigerian jollof.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, if you get with me, because there's some Asian countries out here. There are these women. They walk around with they cheeked up and caked out,
They are. They are.
and people don't know about them. And it's good that they don't know about them, so you can't get influence of this for those brothers who want to be positive. Not be Ray Ray and Pookie
Yes.
would not
Yeah,
even
Ray
dare
Ray.
to go to.
Yeah.
They
Let-
won't
let-
dare
let-
to go
let-
to. They would never
let-
dare
let-
to go to like Taiwan, or they would never dare to go to Kazakhstan. That anything with a stand, they got automatically gonna sue Afghanistan. So it's good. They can stay. They can stay their butts out of.
Please, I want to
let
keep
me
them from that
let,
part.
let me go to Andrew and Romel if they want to answer that Mongolian question.
Yeah, I'll verify. In terms of Russian and Korean mix, no, I didn't see many mixed people out there. I did not see many mixed people, but I did see a lot of Kazakhs. I did see quite a few Kazakhs in Seoul. I was talking to a few Kazakh girls, actually, a lot of them are there for university, and I find a lot of Kazakh girls, they're into Korean culture, and they'll be learning Korean in university in Kazakhstan before they come over. So one I met that I was talking to personally, and then I met some of her friends. But the one I was talking to, she was studying to be an interpreter. So Korean was her major. So there are a few Kazakhs over, and so I can verify that. But in terms of mixed with Russian, I didn't see any.
Hold on, Romel.
I saw.
Hold on, Curtis.
Oh, my
Right.
bad.
So Romel, are Kazakhstani women in South Korea checking heavy for brothers and
Oh
passport
yes,
bros?
brother. Heavy, 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 heavy. I don't know how many capitals I can put on that, but yes, brother. And again, just like these brothers were saying, there's certain places in Asia that the passport pookies don't know about. And I don't know if you guys listened to my China stream with IP just the other week. I mentioned the gem that is Mongolian women. If you find a Mongolian wife, you have found gold. Gold.
Brother, can you break down the Kazakhstani dynamic and brothers dynamic in South Korea? This is new. This is news to me, bro. What's going on there
Well,
between those two groups of people? They're checking.
what
Break it down
what
for us,
I've
brother.
noticed, and I'll see if the brothers can confirm. So I dated a few other foreigners there. The Malaysian girls I dated, they came over, and in Malaysia, it's a Muslim country, very strict. Unfortunately, the ones I saw when they came to Seoul, they lost themselves. They got caught up in the city life and started wilding out. However, the Kazakh girls, they would still kind of stay close to their culture. Like they would date, they would definitely date you, but they weren't easy lays either. You still had to put a little bit of time and investment in with the Kazakh girls. The Malaysian girls that I saw, they lost themselves.
Amazing. Go
I
on,
agree.
Curtis.
I agree with my boy on that. Because I also dated a Malaysian girl. She was still so she gave me the breakdown. Like in Malaysia, they are Muslim, but you do your stuff behind the door. So they respect you in public. Because I dated a Malaysian girl who was like a nuclear scientist out there. I said, "What in the heck?" And she was thick.
Yes.
She had double D's and
Hmm.
45-inch like waist, hip to waist ratio, and it was all natural.
I want to keep it PG, but the Malaysian girl probably had top 5 best box I've ever had in my life.
Grade A.
Well, I want to also bring in another element.
Before you say so, brother, Cozy ET, can you call in again, brother? I was just about to bring you in, but you dropped off. Cozy ET, calling it. I know you're very interested in Asian women, so calling, brother. Carry on, there, bro.
Yeah, I want to bring in another element. And nobody goes to this place, but I'm one of the only persons who did go to this place. But you've never had a good thing until you had a woman from Tajikistan, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Because they, of course, I don't know how that African gene reached them, but somehow it did, and you can tell by how they are shaped, and definitely by how the diet is pretty much like different from any diet in that part of the world.
I'm gonna have to break that one, man, because I dated one when I was in Bishkek. I didn't even know how to pronounce the dang name of the city.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
IP, I'm telling you, if you want the thickest Asians, if you want to get the thickest Asians, is any of those lands other than Pakistan and Afghanistan.
Yeah, the Soviet.
So it's base pro. Hold on. So can you say that again, Curtis? So if you want to get the thickest, break it down for us, brother. So you want to get the thickest Asians? Tell us.
I'll make it quick and simple. There's a lot of African blood running around half the world, as you know, but in those other countries, their roots go a little bit deeper. They just don't look like it. Because like I said, when I was in Korea, you wouldn't know what threw me off between those Kazakhstans and Kyrgyzstan. They still have the Asian face, but they have blood from Arabic bloodlines, African bloodlines, and especially Russian. So they might be Asian in the face, but their bodies are built like Russian, African, and Arabic women. So that's how I started. I would go up to them and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm Kyrgyzstani." I'm like, "Okay, I was there." And then when I was in Bishkek, and they love working out, and they
do.
If you're a brother, it's lights out. Like I had a friend that was a translator for the government, and I had access to go out to base because I was there for a year. So people who was deployed there, they couldn't really go but I could do whatever. So anyway, he would literally take me downtown just so he can get girls because he knew as soon as I walk on the street, and I'm telling you, women are, and I got tattoos or whatever. Like I said, I dress nice or whatever, but on my arms it shows the tattoos. I had women literally, they would stop. I was eating and some girl pulled up on me with a phone and literally put her face in my face and took a picture while I was eating.
Quick, I'll give you another story too.
Hold on, base pro. Before you say so, Andrew Ski, do you want to chime on this any further, Andrew Ski?
In terms of like mixed race women, I didn't see too much of them personally. I mainly saw more. I wasn't really checking for them. I really saw more Koreans than I did mixed race.
Okay, that's fair enough. Romel, do you want to chime in on before I go back to base pro?
No, nothing much to say. Just agree with the brother Eric in terms of like, the Kazakh girls, man, they're good people, man. If you have the pleasure of dating one, the loyalty you'll get, the care, it's a different level, man. I know we're talking about Korean women are amazing, but those, like he said, the Stan countries, it's a different level, and not many people know about them. And that's what I like about it. The barrier to entry is a bit high, but once you break it, meeting them abroad in Seoul, it's a good thing. I'm telling you, the Mongolian women, man, they thick as well, man. I don't know what they eat. They eat a lot of meat in Mongolia, a lot of meat. Meat is a heavy part of their diet. So some of them come out thick. You do get some skinny ones, but a lot of them got some donkeys on them, man. They built amazing. And just their character as well is very wholesome. That's the way I'll describe it. Very wholesome women.
Cornbread.
Amazing.
Yeah. I want to also make something that I like about these women in that part of the world is that like they're not too much into the colorist type of thing. And I will also say that a lot, because I looked at my friend's Mongolian wife and she was a bit on the dark side. She was a bit on like the kind of like I wouldn't even say olive. I would say like kind of bronze. And I'm like, wow, bro, she's stunning, bro.
It gets hot out there too. You got to remember Southeast Asia, like Like I met a whole lot of ones that were tan. Like all my Filipino friends that were in the military, they used to think they was Kyrgyzstani,
Yeah.
Kazakhstan
Yeah.
when I was stationed with them.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to also say one more thing about that. I don't want to like segue to the show, but like I was talking to like a Kazakh guy, and he even kind of alluded to the fact that yeah, you know, the Slavic Russians used to call them N words. He's like, we're the N words of this place, like of this region. And I think the reason why he said that is because like the obvious like um phenotypical features, you know what I mean? But I did not know that in Korea, this is news to me that they have Mongolians and Kazakhs.
I'm telling you, I've like
This is news to me.
I when I get around, I get around. Like I literally would just walk and get lost. And if all else fails, I'll just tell a taxi driver and then take me back to where I'm at. So that's how I
No,
found all these places. Because when I saw, especially finding a lot of, I found it through a lot of like the restaurants. And then I got to know the people in the restaurant because it would be in.
I gotta bring in a new caller. Sorry, bro. I gotta bring in a new caller. Let me bring Cozy T. Turn your camera off, Cozy. And before when I bring in Cozy, I want to mention something as well. So I lost my train of thought there. So last question to Base Pullo. How is it that all the Stan countries, right, are checking for brothers? We are in two separate parts of the world, right? They're all the way in that world, we're all the way here. How on earth did they even know about us? Why they're checking for us? Is it because of hip hop? Is it because of what we did back in the past that helped their history out? Can you answer that first, Base Pullo? And after that, Curtis, then I'm going to ask Cozy to speak after. Go on, Base Pullo.
I think it's because they've never really like seen us like before like that much. That's one of the factors, is that they never really interacted with us, and so they want to see like, hey, how are these people? What are they like? And things like that. And they want to just like pick our brains. And then another thing I will say is that like I know this sounds dumb, but like my Nigerian friend, his wife is busting down with her Afro beats. And I would think that like, hey, she's probably has some Nigerian in her lineage, the way she's like busting down. So I think the entertainment factor plays a part, and I also think just the curiosity factor plays a part. You know, I think that's what it really comes down to. It's just a curiosity. You know,
I want to touch on that. In
Okay,
Korea, it was the
go on.
same. In Korea, it was the exact same thing. When I ran into a lot of the girls that didn't never met a black guy before, they were just like, they were trying to figure out like who is he, like, like is he. They hear about you being smart. They hear about you know something. Their language. It's their first time meeting somebody. Like, okay, I want to see who he is. It's a lot of curiosity there, man. Definitely,
and then
lots.
Okay.
I want to say one more thing too. The thing is that these people respect in these countries is they really expect like aggressive intelligence. So like the thing is, it's like unlike in the Western world where it's cool to be dumb, you know, amongst Pookie, Ray Ray, Keisha, Sibo, D-Loc, and Karen too. Um, they respect your intelligence so much that like their eyes light up. Like especially I remember when and I'll just leave it at this. I remember when I was talking to like a Kazakh woman and I busted out with Russian, her eyes lit up. You know, her eyes like literally lit up like crazy. Like, man, this African dude is here speaking, busting out with the Russian. They like that stuff. So if you're a black dude over there, they know you must be intelligent because you wouldn't even be over there if you weren't intelligent.
Yes, indeed. Thank you
There's
for that,
another
Base
thing.
Pullo. So, Curtis, why is there checking for brothers all these Stan countries? For what reason? I
All
find a bit.
my opinion is a little bit mix of everything. I think truly somewhere they got some DNA from Africa, but that's just my opinion. Um, because when I was there, I spoke to a lot of girls, especially when I was in Bishkek. So you tend to meet all the other girls that are from. It ain't just Kyrgyzstani girls that are in Bishkek. You got Kazakhstani,
Catches.
Turkmenistan. Shoot, I met some Pakistani women there. Um, a lot of they to me personally, I think they just like you said, a lot of curiosity. The second thing is what they see on TV compared to what they actually see in person. Because like I said, you come over there just looking clean. You ain't got to be, you know. I said most of my clothes came from On Base or Sears or something. You know, nothing expensive or H&M. And when I would go downtown, you carry yourself in a certain way. You're in shape, and then I knew 2-3 words in Russian, and then and especially Kyrgyzstan, they also speak Arabic too, Russian and Turkish. So me knowing Turkish when I was stationed in Turkey twice, I was able to speak to them more in Turkish, and their eyes would lit up. The girls like, you know Turkish? I know Turkish too, like because some of the food from Turkey is in those countries too. The kebab, the halal, all of that. So they were interested in
Thanks.
okay, this dude can speak and he looks good. It was on. Like I didn't really have to open my mouth. I actually had women out there buying me drinks.
Thank you, bro. All right, so shout out to Mr. Justin Wilson for the $99 super chat. Brothers dropping gems. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, bro, for the support. Much appreciated. Mr.
IP.
Cozy ET. Okay, who was that?
That
Is
was
that
me.
Romel?
Just I'll make it very, very quick. But based on what Eric said, you know, in Seoul, especially in Itaewon, there is, I can't even count, so many Turkish shops and kebab shops. So what the brother's saying is true. A lot of them in that Central Asian region or that Arabic region, they come over and set up shop there. So yeah,
Yes.
there's a lot of kebab shops. So they come over with their families. So that's true. And lastly, what the brother Base said, he is not lying. Intelligence is highly, highly attractive to these Asian women. Unlike over
Yes.
here in the West, a lot of my dates consisted of just being in the coffee shop studying together. Women would study Korean with me, or she'll study whatever she's studying, I'm studying what I'm studying. We spend time together and we'll go out for maybe dinner in the evening. Intelligence is highly attractive to these women.
Amazing.
I'm telling you, you fellas and whoever else is listening in that world. I mean, that's what now. No, for you, Pookie Ray Rays, disregard
I
this.
gotta, sorry, bro. I gotta
Okay.
again, Cozy. Go on, Cozy ET. What's going on, bro?
Oh, hey, I didn't even know it was in there. Hey, how's everyone doing?
All good, brother.
I'm
How you
pretty
keeping?
good.
Doing very good. So I wanted to ask because I was gonna come in here asking about, Korean, Japanese women. I think I have enough information about that from the last stream though. So I want to know more about these Kazakhstani women, right? I got a picture that I want to see because I'm not sure if she's actually Kazakhstani, but I want to show it to you, see what you think, right? So give me 1 second.
Why
Get
you do
the
so,
link.
brother?
I'll send it in the private chat.
Hold on. Why you do so, brother? Shout out to
It's
again
right here.
Justin. Hold on, brother. Shout out to Justin for the support. Much appreciation, brother. For $99. Brothers dropping gems. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate you too, Justin. Thank you, bro. Shout out to the brother on the PayPal donation, Mr. Ashton. Thank you, Ashton, for the £15 PayPal donation. He says here, woman from Kazakhstan and Korea. I was not expecting that. Same here, bro. Same here. Amazing intel. It's the best passport bro channel in existence. I appreciate you, brothers, man. Thank you very much. So carry on, Cozy.
Yeah. So I sent a link into the private chat. I want to ask, is that full Kazakhstan or is it a mix? Like I want to know because I did a quick Google search. This is what I found. I want to know, is
She
that
looks a bit
the type of
European to
mix?
me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Can you give me an example? Because I like to know what I'm dealing with before
Okay.
I go over there.
So those countries, you gotta remember, like, and now I don't sound how I say this. They're similar in the face, but in the body structures, like I said, you got a lot of thick Korean girls, but those countries tend to be more thicker. So I can't, unless you pinpoint saying this is Kazakhstan or it's got something in Russian. I mean, one of the quickest ways is it's got some type of Russian or Kazakh language at the bottom, and it's not Korean. I mean, that's one way to show you. But off of looks alone,
It's hard to
they're
tell.
a little bit. They'll be a
Yeah.
little bit more thicker because, like I said, they're slim too, but they're the thickest ones in Asia, like because they got so many mixtures of different Arabic, Turkish, and Russian bloodlines in them. So it's hard to tell off the top. But if you was to go to Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Azerbaijan, they're thick. Like they got
Exactly.
Also, brother, from the link that you sent, it says here that she's a K-pop trainee. Like what I said earlier in the stream, when it comes to K-pop, there is a very certain set look that they go for. So when you see Korean K-pop girls, people have an image of Korean women, but when you go to Korea, it's very different, the women you see in everyday life. So just bear that in mind as well, that this is a K-pop trainee, so it wouldn't be the typical girl. And like Eric said, they would actually be a bit thicker. This one's very slim.
Yeah. So on that note too, I know you were talking about like a thick Korean girl at when you first came in. You know, I'm talking about the guy with the camera. I don't have your name. I apologize for that. You
Okay.
know, guy who has his camera on. You were talking about. You said you sent IP that. Can you send it over here too so I can see?
That was off my IG, off my Instagram. But I,
I'm trying to see, man. You can't talk like that. Expect me not to be curious, man.
I
Come
mean,
on.
you could try to like, I mean, IP, if you want to get his Instagram or something like that, because this was off Instagram, because me and IP was talking about something previously from one of our up and coming channels. So, and I had to show IP, you know, this she was thicker than the Snicker. So
Nice figure too.
okay,
Man.
I can give you the name of the lady.
Yeah, just put it in the chat. I'll search it. I can do that real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, 100%. I got to see what you're talking about, man. Yeah.
All right, so last 5 minutes, gotta end it. Shout out to Mr. J Remo for the £2 super chat, showing support, good stream. Thank you, J Remo, for the support, much appreciated. Thank you very much. All right, so last question from you, Cozy. Anything else, brother? Any last questions?
So there's nothing else. I was gonna let you know about the timestamps. I don't see anyone, you know, no, not participating, but like volunteering for it. So I'll do these ones too, and I'll get you those, the Japanese live stream timestamps as well. But yeah, that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know.
Thank you very much for doing those timestamps, bro. Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap up this stream. And let me bring in VT. VT, hold on, brother. VT, one question, bro. One question, brother.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, brother. One question, bro.
Okay. So this one's for the military guy. Out of all the countries you went to, which one did you enjoy the most?
Can it be about South Korea, please?
Are you talking to me right here?
Yeah.
Can it be a South Korean country, VT, please?
Okay.
A South Korean question, just so we don't deviate too much.
You mean a city in South Korea?
Yes. Since we're talking about South
say,
Korea.
Busan or Pusan. It's the same, but one spelled with a B, one spelled with a P. Because I was able to, the women, like I said, they're so far out away from all the Americanized stuff. They tend to be like traditional Korean women. You can find them anywhere, but they tend to be the best because what's got these girls Americanized is that they got so many military bases there. So then they get used to these bad habits that they see from the girls that are around there, and then on TV, of course.
Yeah, that's the problem these days. That like a lot of the people here are getting bored from the American media.
Sorry, BT. Sorry, but I need to get out of it, man. I'm super tired. All right, I've got one last question, right? I think it's very important. So this was a question for Romel and maybe Curtis, right? So between Seoul and Busan, where would you go to get a wife? Is it Busan or is it Seoul? Let me know your answer.
It could be both, but it just depends. So Busan from Seoul is you're talking about a good 4 or 5 hours. I was at Osan, so that was like 4 hours from Osan. So yeah, that'd be another 6 hours. So I would say, like he said, get that app, chat with them, get to know them, take a trip out there once or two, get their number. That way you can network with them, and then you will once you get a girl from, especially out there that far away, they'll travel to see you on weekends. I've had travel.
So I mean to get a wife, bro. So let me go to Romel. So Romel, where would you go to between Seoul and Busan to get a wife and a good girlfriend?
You know what, brother? I would actually go to Daejeon. If you specifically want a wife, I would go to Daejeon. Daejeon is it's not the village, it's not a small, but it's still a big city, but it's not as big as Seoul and Busan. If you're specifically, you know, in your heart, your sole intention is to find a wife, I would recommend Daejeon.
Are they checking for brothers in Daejeon, bro?
Yes, brother, they're checking for brothers in Daejeon, but with Daejeon, because it's not as a big city as Busan or Seoul, you might need to invest in the language game. I won't say some of them won't speak English, but because it's a smaller city, you will need more language game. But Busan is great. I mean, Seoul, you can find anything in Seoul. You can find a fun time and you can also find a wife. But I say the areas just outside of Seoul, like just outside, which is Suwon and Gyeonggi. Those places are great. You'll find more traditional women there who also speak a little bit of English. So the areas just outside of Seoul are good for finding serious relationships.
Type
That's
that in the
Suwon and
chat.
Gyeonggi.
Type in the chat for us, Romel, Swan, and Donji. I can't spell that. Thank you very
Sure, I'll
much.
do it now.
Appreciate
Do you want it in the private chat or the main chat?
the main chat, please, bro. And another point for you. So, did you mention that they played Afro beats, the women in Busan?
Yeah, I said that in Busan. In Seoul, I found out it's all mainly hip hop and Latin music. They love Latin music also. But in Busan, you'll find more Afro beats and some reggae.
Yep.
Amazing. It's the classic live stream. Thank you for that answer there, Romel. So let's wrap it up. So, hey, thank you all you brothers. Let me go for closing statements. I'm going to end the live stream. Cozy, do you have any closing statement, bro, before I end the stream?
No, man. Great stream again, classic. And yeah, to Curtis, I checked that name. I got something completely different. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah. Well, the lady, I have to give it you offline. You can add me. You can add me on IG. You got IG, and we could talk on there.
Yeah. Hold on one sec. Yeah. Just send your IG in the chat. Let me see about that.
All right.
But yeah, I don't have
All right.
anything else to say.
All right, thank you, Cozy. Appreciate you, bro. So Mr. VT, closing statement. No question, closing statement. Okay, he's off. Mr. Base Pullo, closing statement, bro. No question.
Yeah, thank you for having this. And forgive me if I got too excited. Everybody knows I love them women from the step. Everybody knows that. Besides my own African women, I love those women. So what I want to say is just please keep the spots on the down low. I don't want these places getting like infested like Colombia did, like Brazil did, like Dominican Republic did. These places are finished. I don't want the same thing to happen over there. That's all I ask.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that, Base Pullo. Cozy, you might want to call in because Curtis has put his IG in the private chat. So call in Cozy before I end the live stream, which is going to be in a couple minutes. VT, closing statement, brother.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys get together and share intel and stories and just, keep it going.
Okay, all right. Thank you, VT. Appreciate you, bro. Mr. Curtis, any closing statement there, brother?
Yeah. So as far as South Korea goes, if y'all want to get with me later, IP, you can reach out to IP and give out my IG and whatnot. We can talk, but stay away from all the American spots. Get out, venture, learn the language because that's going to provide you to get more girls. Because once you speak it, it's easy for you to pick up the ones. Because most of the girls I notice, not all of them, because the ones from the universities, whatnot, the ones that are just act like Keishas and the Laquitas, their English is super, super good. And I'm saying that all of them like that, but they've been hanging around and they've been turned up and turned out by most of the guys in that area. So the girls that tend to not been around a lot of people tend to speak Korean, and those are the ones you want to go for.
Okay, awesome. All right, hold on. Curtis, can you type your IG again in the private chat for Cozy? Let me go to Andrewski. Andrewski, any closing statements, bro?
I want to say this. This is a very famous quote from Romel. The better her English is in terms of slang, the more of a red flag it is. I've experienced it personally, If she's using slang with you, watch out. Because 9 times out of 10, she's hung out with brothers and she's hung out with Poogies and Ray Rays. Trust me, bro. I was on just this little tiny last piece of intel. I'm like putting my closing statement right here. I was on Tinder one time, and I was talking to 2 of them at the same time, right? One of them started sending me bro. She started calling me bro. And I was like, wait, why is she calling me this, right? She started saying, don't get punked. I'm like, this girl is using slang to me. I asked her, you ever met black people before? She says yes. So yeah, be careful.
Especially when they start saying bro, a masculine term. I don't want a woman nobody I plan on call me bro.
They think it's okay. It's not. I don't want to hear that.
Nah, that's for little Ray down the street who I won't go play basketball with. Ain't no feminine woman gonna call me bro. I ain't your bro. You
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Mr. Romel, do you have any closing statements at all, bro?
Well, I just want to say thank you to UIP for having this platform and all the work you do. Salute to you, brother. Salute to Andrew and all the other gentlemen that chimed in. To all the brothers out there, keep hustling, keep studying hard, whether it's IT, running a business, whatever you're doing to be remote, to be able to leave the West, keep doing what you're doing. My last closing statement as well is please invest in learning the language. That is the cheat code. The better your language skills, the better chance you give yourself for finding a very, very high quality woman in your target country. So absolutely invest in learning the language. And lastly, brothers, collaborate, share information, get together, learn from each other. Andrew and I talk all the time. IP is always here for me, giving me information. Please collaborate with each other.
Thank you for that, Romel. Romel, before you go, so did you say Daegu or Daejeon?
Daejeon. Daegu is good too, but man, the weather's crazy over there. It's so hot, and I love heat, but it's hot to the point where it's very uncomfortable because the city's within a mountain almost. It's like it's surrounded by hills, so no wind passes over. So Daejeon.
Daejeon. Okay. Can I find a virgin chick in Daejeon?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Daejeon is not like Seoul. It's a city. There's a lot happening. It's very fun. You still have a lot to do, but it's more traditional than Seoul. Seoul is very international, and you can still find virgins in Seoul, but it's much more difficult. You have a much of a higher chance in Daejeon. And again, coffee shops, universities, and have an interest. Like for me personally, my interest is gym and martial arts. So it's easy for me to meet women. I just go to the martial arts gym or my places of interest and I just meet people that way.
Amazing. Hey, Romel, thank you, brother. Salute to you, brother. Much appreciated, brother. Awesome. That's Romel there. Thank you to all those who hit the super chats tonight. Thank you to all those who supported amazing live stream. And shout out to you, Andrew Ski, for the intel, man. Thank you to all the brothers who called in, who supported. Please like the video. Let me check the PayPal, just so I don't miss any donations real quick. Give me 1 second, brothers. Chotomate kurasai. Chotomate kurasai. That means wait a minute, please, in Japanese. Chotomate. Sumimasen. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Okay. Ay. Oh, man, classic. Man, let's see. Okay, so I think let me double check, brothers. Hold on. Okay, so did I miss anything? Nope, we're good. What the flip? Okay, we're good. All right, so brothers, amazing live stream, amazing. Another classic coming this weekend as well. Got a very special surprise. I want to see you brothers every week for the Passport Bro show, hosted by me and the legendary Mr. Theo Waff. I want to say a huge thank you to all the brothers who support as usual. Please keep supporting. Definitely, support me, like the video, book your consultations with me to get into IT or even travel advice. If you're going to Japan, if you're going to Germany, if you're going all the way anywhere around the world, let me give you that guidance and mentorship as to how to navigate in these countries. Um, Once again, brothers have booked their consultations with me to find their wives in Japan. You notice how in my Japan stream this weekend, I didn't tell brothers where to find a wife, but a couple brothers have booked consultations with me to, get that information. So it shows that brothers are serious about finding wives here and long-term girlfriends, and that's what we want, man. Um, Once again, if you want to hear the explicit version, you know, um, go on the Patreon, brothers. Go on the Patreon. The explicit version of this live stream will be on the Patreon. It is already on there. The brother Romel broke it down to an absolute T. These Korean chicks are freaky. They're so freaky. It shocked me, But you wouldn't know that if you weren't part of this channel on the Patreon. So go and join the Patreon and be a long time member on the Patreon. The Patreon, reasonable prices. Stay there, for a long time. Support me, support what I do. Um, the channel has a lot of expenses that I have to, to maintain this channel. So it goes into the channel. So please support, 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 support. Join the appropriate tiers and the Patreon. Be a monthly subscriber. Hit the PayPal as well. Super chat when I go live, and cop the merch as well. The merch is there for you to go out there and spread the movement out. Share my videos, right? Support me, and make sure you definitely follow me on TikTok, man. I'm officially on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. I'll be posting a lot of videos on my TikTok. Okay. Go on and follow my new Facebook page. Here's a link to it as well. Here's a link to my new Facebook page, and try and get into my Facebook group as well. So I'm accepting new members in my official private Facebook group. So go and send your invite in, right, to join my Facebook group. Okay, here's a link to it. Look out for the upcoming Discord server. So I currently have a Discord server, but that's private. So to get an invite to that private Discord server, if you're currently on the Patreon, send me a DM on Patreon. I will send you a link to my private Discord server. But I'll be making an open Discord server where anyone can join that Discord server. That's coming very soon. Give me some time to get that sorted out. But to get into my private Discord server, join the Patreon, send me a DM on Patreon, and I'll send you an invite to join the private Discord server. Amazing. What else can I say? What else can I say? Andrew Ski came through tonight, brother. I appreciate you, brother, for the insight into Korean women. Romel came through as always. The intelligent brothers came through. Curtis is back in the building, man. Give a round of applause to Curtis, man. He was on the channel last year and he dropped some game, on many countries, and we'll get Curtis on the channel a lot more, man. Welcome back, Curtis, man. It's been a minute, brother. Man, let's keep moving forward, brothers, man. I want to see all you brothers in IT thriving in IT, becoming high value men in IT. We can do it, brothers, man. We can do it, brothers. We gotta do it, brothers, man. There is no way around it. All right. This is our time. So appreciate you, brothers. I'm International Passport, and I'll see you, brothers, on my next video. Peace out, brothers. Thank you very much.